Hey everybody, how y'all doing on this? What is this, Thursday? On this Thursday, I'm doing great. I'm sorry I had to change the time, but I had things I needed to do this morning for my real life. So my real life comes first, okay? So I had to go take care of some things for my real life. So I knew I wasn't going to be done in time, so I had to postpone it to this time. Plus, I figured this time would give you guys some more time to get home from work and to really get on here so we can get started. So, hello and welcome to my show. My name is Kiki, and the name of my show is Kiki Loves Nigeria. And on my show, we talk about anything and everything that impacts your repatriation or you visiting West Africa. Okay. My specialty is West Africa because that's where I've traveled and that's what I've studied in school. Okay. So I don't like to, I was raised not to talk about things that you don't know about, especially as a woman, because women tend to run their mouths and they don't know what they're talking about. And it makes all women look bad. So my grandmother raised us in a way as a woman that only speak when you have something to say and when you know what you're talking about. So that's why I talk about West Africa because that's what I know about. And again, I talk about anything and everything that has to do with your repatriation or even you visiting there. Because what I talk about on my show is going to impact you in one way or the other. One way or the other, it's going to impact you if you plan on visiting or if you plan on living in West Africa. All right. So, let me see. I didn't have time to do a script because this show was last minute because I just got this. Let me tell you what led to this show. So what? Oh, let me tell you what we're talking about. What we're talking about tonight is did DIY House and Farm play the victim of DV with the Prince and with Vin Man to scam her subscribers and get money? Yes. That's what we're talking about tonight. And why we're talking about that is because why we are talking about that is because someone wrote me, a lady wrote me, and the lady, I'm going to read you what she wrote me. She was telling me how ES DIY House and Farm would write her when she would be, oh, she's on here. Hello. Hello. She would write her, okay, and telling her she's in dire straits, she's in a bad situation, and she needs help. Okay. So she would help her. And then of course she would change her mind, and for some reason things wouldn't go the way they had planned for her to leave the situation because she was supposed to be in this bad situation with Vin Man. Okay. This it sounds like a DV situation to me. And this lady was trying to help her get out of the situation. All right. So when I read her message, her comment rather, my mind started thinking. And I remember, okay, that first thing I thought about was what? She said the same thing about the Prince. She went on YouTube and told all of us he beat her like a man. Remember, y'all? But she had no evidence. If a man beats you like a man, whether here or in Africa, you're going to have scars. You're going to have bruises. You're going to have everything if he's beating you like a man. So we waited patiently to see the scars, to see the bruises, to see where he beat her like a man. But she never showed us anything. We seen her throw the phone at him. We seen her lunging at him. We seen her trying to get to him and disrespecting his family and his whole lineage while she living in their house. We seen all of that, but we didn't see the DV that she accused him of, because that's basically what she accused him of. We didn't see that. We didn't see that. And to this day, we haven't seen any receipts of that. And trust me, if Empress Shaw, DY House and Farm, had a receipt that this man had beat her like a man, y'all think it wouldn't be on YouTube? Because I realize this lady plays these women. like a violin. And UN told us about it a long time ago. But what were the ladies doing? Running to her defense, defending her, saying UN was bullying her because UN was pointing out the obvious. Pointing out the obvious. She tells you, I'm going to show you the video. She tells you in the video that they put a spell on her subscribers. They put a spell on her subscribers, her and whoever she was working with, to get the subscribers to follow her and do whatever. And that's what they do. That's what they do. I'm going to show you the video in a few minutes. She tells you she's a witch, but these women still follow her. Still follow her. So when I'm reading these comments, and I'm like, oh, so she accused Ben Man of DV. Then she accused the Prince of DV. I said, I wonder if this is the type of woman. Y'all know them type of women who, when she get mad at the man because he don't want her no more, then she goes and say, oh, he's abusing me. Oh, he hit me. Oh, he did this to me. Oh, he did that to me because he don't want her no more. That's what ES is starting to seem like to me. And that she plays this DV card because she knows most of her followers are scammers. I'm sorry. She knows most of her followers, most of her subscribers are women. And if you tell them you're being DV'd by this person, they're going to feel sorry for you. And if you notice on her live streams, when she's crying and doing all that, the money starts coming in. The money starts coming in. And like I said, UN pointed this out to us a long time ago, that this woman will use her subscribers when she was doing the divinations. UN pointed it out to us. That she was the one who was sending the women to the chiefs who she said was scamming. She was the one who was sending them. That's where the source of the women were coming from, her. So my question becomes, if the chiefs are scammers, then ma'am, you have to be a scammer too, because you were the one that was sending them there. And you got mad when you found out that you would not be able to be a chief and do divinations. You found out, no, you can't do any of that. We have customs and culture here. We don't know about you, ma'am. So when she found that out, and then when she found out she was not going to be able to marry the prince, that's when she turned on everybody. And what did she do? What did she say about them? They were abusing her. They were abusing her. They were stealing her money. They were lying to her. But before all of that, they weren't doing that. So see, she's the type, when you make me mad, I'm going to scandalize your name. I'm going to slander your name. I'm going to try to destroy everything about you. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to make some money while I'm doing it, because I'm going to go to my subscribers, which are women. Oh, I'm going to show you in 1 second. Okay, Miss, I'm going to show you in 1 second. I don't know if you want me to say your name on here. But yeah, I'm going to show you who he is. I'm going to show you his video where he told us. He told us she'll play straight. She'll play bisexual. She'll play whatever. She'll play whatever she needs to play. Okay, whatever she needs to play, she'll be that to get money. And when he was saying this, I'm like, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But then I remember there was this group, and they were talking about this group that she was in, that when she went to study at that school, and what you had to do at that school to be initiated. So they were talking about the things that UN was saying, and UN is going to show us the receipts. And that's when he said he thinks she will do anything. She'll be whatever you want her to be if you're going to give her some money. And whatever role she needs to play to get this money, she's going to play it. Because you see, she plays Martha Stewart, but Martha Stewart ain't getting her no money. So she had to come back out and play the victim. She had to come back out and say, I'm the victim, and now Vin Man is abusing me. She can't blame it on Prince Yoko anymore. She can't blame it on his people no more. Now everything is turned. Now Vin Man is abusing me. How is Vin Man abusing her? Because he got another wife and some kids. That's abusing her. Was he abusing her before? Because people who are abusive people don't just start abusing you. They start early in the game. So then I started putting all this together. And I said, this lady is a liar. She's worse than a liar. She's a user. She's a scammer. And she plays on people's emotions, okay? Now, let me tell you, it was another lady, and I'm going to show you that video. This lady did the same thing that the lady in the comment section did, right? This lady was giving her money for the Bansu village. Now, you know, when you go to the Bansu village, you're supposed to be able to stay there, right? If you give money to her and be a part of her little community, you should be able to stay there. Well, guess what? The lady went there. I guess ES didn't think the lady was going to show up. The lady showed up. And guess what happened when the lady showed up? Do y'all think ES told her where to come? Do you think ES showed up to meet her? Do you think ES contacted that woman when she showed up in Ghana? No. That lady was on her own. That lady was on her own. That was 3 or 4 years ago when the Bansu village thing was open. She was counting on going to Ghana, staying with ES. And then once she got there, ES cut her off. This lady was a Patreon. She showed me, I had the receipts where she was giving this lady money. She was part of her little crew thing, whatever they were called. But then when she get there, she don't know her. So this lady was scrambling, trying to find some place to stay because ES had played her. Because she don't want nobody around her, because when you're around her, you can see who she really is. When the camera's off, you see when the makeup is off, when the lights are off, you see who she really is. You see how witchy she really is. You see how emasculating she really is. Because if you think she just comes and emasculates those men to us, that's a lie. She does it to them, to their face. We've seen her do it to the prince, to his face. And didn't I tell y'all that was a crime? They haven't arrested her probably because they just want to be nice to her because she's an American and they know she's ignorant. And not only should she be arrested for disrespecting the prince and his whole family, she should also go to the witch camp in Ghana because she's a self-proclaimed witch. They have places for witches in Ghana. How come she's not there? Because she's an American? Because let me tell you, if this was a Ghanaian lady act, there would be no Ghanaian lady acting like this. There would be none. You know why? Because they would arrest her. They would collect her, as the Gambians say. They would collect her and they would take her to the camp. And I'm going to show you the camp if y'all don't think it's real. Since y'all don't think it's real, I'm telling you, my channel, when I say my channel is for educational purposes only, I mean that. This is what I do I teach for real, for real. And when I tell you that if you go to Africa acting like this, you won't last long. You won't last long. I don't care if you go from whatever coast, from Senegal all the way down to Gabon. You go there acting like this, you're not going to be around long. The only reason she around long, because she on YouTube like this, and she got a little bit of change, and it ain't gone yet. Ain't nobody going to tolerate this type of disrespect. Now you done accused another man, another Ghanaian man of abuse with no evidence, no marks, no abuse, no bruises, no nothing. This is the game she plays. She uses women because you know why? Because the women she attracts are just as vulnerable as she is. Like attracts like. So these women are vulnerable. These women are probably empaths. They want to help people. They believe in people. Some of them probably been in bad situations like her. They can relate to her. Well, to the person she pretends to be, because that's not her. I'm going to show you who she is. Princess Yoko gonna tell you who she is. She told you who she was. And if we don't believe her, I know who she is. I knew it straight up. That's why I don't even waste my time on what is it? Do it yourself, house and farm. That's why I never paid any attention to her. She was comedy to me. Her whole thing was just comedy. Like whoever's taking this woman serious is a joke. This woman is so fake. If you think living in Africa is like this, then you're silly too. If you think that this man is living with her in this house, then you're silly too. If you think this man is away from his family and his kids, then you're silly too. If you think he's just sitting up under her all day, then you're silly too. You're silly too, because he lives in the village. And guess who lives in the village? Your whole family. This man got a whole family live over there. And she think he just gonna interact with her. And when he don't cut them all off, then she want to say he abusing her. He abusing her. She gonna leave, but she don't never leave. Y'all know them type of games women play. This is who she is. She's the type that get your sons locked up for DV and they ain't done nothing but tell this chick, I don't like you no more. Hold on one second, y'all. This is a real important phone call. I'm sorry, y'all. That was one of my little kids. They call me and tell me they miss me. They so excited, school starting back so they can see me. Okay, let me get back on this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I get excited when I see my little kids. They're going, oh, I don't care if they read my lips. I was just, you said they're going to read your lips. That's all right. I was just saying how much we love each other. He's not in this. Who we talking about, y'all? So that's what we talking about tonight. That's what we, and then I want to show y'all, before we get started, I'm going to show y'all, when I told y'all that was against the customary law, I don't know who this is, but I ain't answering this one. Hold on one second. Let me tell Beautiful to get this phone. Yeah, that was the wrong number. These people need to quit playing with me. They need to quit playing with me. I'm trying to do this show. Okay, so let me see this. What does this one say? He's abusing me, but he's abusing me, but I love him. Right. He's abusing me, but I love him. And then when I get the money, I don't leave him. I stay with him because I love him. Hello, everyone. We are back to hear knowledge. Oh, thank you. So first, we're going to read these customary laws. Oh, thank you. I love you too. Because look, I want y'all to understand. You can't go over there just like the lady came on here just disrespecting Chief Yoko, talking all this nonsense because I guess she a follower of DYI House and Farm. I guess she a follower of her. You can't be doing that. Don't come on here doing that. You can't even go to Europe and act foolish and disrespect. You can't get anywhere with it because it's Africa. They think, Yeah, exactly. They think everything is, they could do anything they want to do because it's Africa. They think, but if they kick her door down in the middle of the night and come in there and take her out and nobody know where she is, we know what happened. Y'all know what happened. I'm telling y'all what happened. Because they just letting her get that off. Trust me, they letting her get that off. She done said too many disrespectful things about this man. Too, and then she said to the world, and she talk about the whole family. Thank you. I love pink. Yeah, I love fuchsia and pink. Yeah, then she talk about the whole family, but I'm gonna show y'all. And then she sits up and then he talks to, and I don't know what's up with her husband. You know what I think now? I think he just as guilty as she is. At first I didn't. But then I'm like, no. He think he gonna get something out of this. But is it worth it? Is being with a self-proclaimed witch worth whatever money she give you? Or whatever you get out of it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Oh, thank you, TK. Is it worth it? Is it worth being with a witch? I hope Patreon members went there with self-support because you sure can't. No, she didn't. Well, she had a little money, but she wasn't planning on having money to pay for a place to stay, because that's why she was given to Bansu Village, because she planned on staying there. That's where she planned on staying. And she was going to stay there because she was given to them. Report her video. What video for scamming? Which video y'all talking about? She took all those videos down. If y'all talking about that. I know she makes money. Yeah, she makes money. If y'all talking about what you call it, who y'all talking about? Yeah, if y'all talking about DIY house and farm, she makes money off of innocent people who trust her. Who y'all talking about? Y'all must not be talking about her. Okay. So TNK says, imagine how many, thank you, how many sent her money that we don't know about. Because a lot of people won't say anything. They won't say anything. And then if they say something to her, all she's going to do is block them. Hey, places, faces. That's all she's going to do. She's going to block them and we'll never hear from them. Oh my God, she did that. She accused me of being after her coochie for trying. What? Wait a minute. Y'all, am I reading that right? Stephanie, you on here? Places and Spaces, wonderful. Edra, am I reading that right? Do that say she accused me of being after her coochie? Do it say that? For trying to help. It's not my thing. And I was really, UN is right. Oh my God. UN was right. And look how we went after this man. What? We're going to read it again. We're going to read it again. It says, she accused me of being after her coochie for trying to help. See? Wow. Wow, wowzers. My mind is blown. Her fake, yes, videos aren't making money, drama. You know what? She needs to just tell the truth. If she can make a lot of money by being a bisexual repat or trisexual or polyamorous. She could make people would watch her channel if she would tell she lying about her own sexuality. Now, if they're going to lie about their sexuality, people, that's a person who's very mentally unstable, in my own opinion. Because obviously, like UN said, this woman goes both ways, okay? She goes both ways. And if she's assuming everybody who follows her goes both ways also. Okay? So, if she's lying about her sexuality to them, man. She's lying about her sexuality to she uses the men for what she can get. That's what I think. She uses them to try to come up off of them, especially in Africa, because she knows she needs a man to really do things in Africa. So she'll just get with a man, but she get with a man who she think is a weak man. See, she tried to get him all into her where she thinks she can make him and mold him and he's going to do what she wants to do. What she wants him to do, but it don't work like that. Then she gets sadly mistaken when she see, oh, I can't emasculate him. I can't make, no, you can't. I can't make him do anything. No, you can't. And then she gets mad and then she comes to us and brings the drama. Then she brings the drama. Just like she gonna tell us to our face, she accidentally gave the policeman her phone number. Then she gaslighted the policeman, acting like the policeman was stalking her when he texted her to see if she was okay. If you're selling your soul, yeah, exactly. If she's going to sell her soul for money, what y'all think she care about us? She don't care about us. They saw these as a bunch of lonely women. Hey, Smitty's Corner, how you doing? They saw these as a bunch of lonely women. Thank you. Hey, Smitty's Corner, thank you for joining us. And I'm sorry if I got a little rough with your guess. I didn't realize till afterwards she was commenting on videos. Okay, Smitty. So I'm sorry. I thought she was the one who broke the windows in the car. I thought she was the one who destroyed the car. That's why I was like, oh my gosh, she's laughing. So please forgive me. I'm sorry. Next time I'll wait and see what's going on before I comment, like I tell the people to do. So forgive me for that one, and thank you for joining us. Let's see. They always say we're lying. Yes, thank you. It's her own words. I don't have to lie. That lying is take up too much time. It take up too much time for me to sit up here and lie when I can just find the video and put the video on. It's a disgrace. That's why I was really upset about it. Because like I told you, I had talked about domestic violence several times. And I told you guys the 3 women in my family were unalived because of domestic violence. Okay. So domestic violence is something I don't play about. Okay. I'm serious about that. That's something that I take to my heart, So for her to just get on here, and say that, these men are committing DV because they're not doing what she wants them to do. I don't have no respect. I ain't had no respect for her. So no, I'm not gonna say I lost respect for her. This just proves everything the UN was telling us a long time ago when everybody was attacking him, that we were wrong, that he was absolutely right about this woman. And we just looked at like complete fools because she was sitting up there smiling and laughing while y'all was defending her. I say throw ES and unfollow her. Yeah, because she told you she's putting a spell on y'all. She told y'all to y'all face. She's putting a spell on y'all. I'm gonna play the video. Yeah, I think you can still find him though as Unapologetic Negro Pen. He was a content creator who talked a lot about, well, she says we're liars and we make stuff up. Yeah, I know. Mm-hmm. We lie and we make it up. But there's always a video to prove it. So she can't say that she don't give away free Blue Jays because she do. She told us in the video she give Blue Jays away for free. You don't have to be her husband. You could just be her boyfriend and you get a free Blue Jay. That speaks volumes. And that you pay your debts with the coochie coupons. You said this. She said this. We didn't say this. She said this. So that lets you know her character is straight garbage. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. That lets you know her character is straight garbage. She don't have no respect for herself, because when you're paying people with your most precious possession, which is you, your body, yourself, when you're treating that like a commodity that can be bought and sold, then you don't have no respect for yourself. Oh, thank you. But yeah, that's why my grandmother took that stance about when I told you about her saying, as a matter of fact, don't love no man, because a man, unalived her mom. So she feel like, if my mom wasn't loving these men, if she could have just seen these men for what they were, this man wouldn't have had time to, he wouldn't have had the opportunity to unalive my mom like that. So yeah, that's why it's, she felt that way about me, and I understood that. Kiki, call it DV so the video isn't messed up. Yeah, because they'll censor it. So we got to call it by the nicknames. We got to give them names like Blue Jays. Y'all know what Blue Jays are, don't y'all? That explains why she secretly said she had nothing in California with special. No, because she lost custody of her kids. When they got the divorce, she didn't get the kids. So that's another sign that tells us that something's wrong with her character. She didn't get the kids. The husband got the kids. The husband took her to court and got the kids. Yeah. So she has to and then to say you have nothing and you had two girls, two grown daughters, you have nothing. So that means she has no relationship with them at all. She has none with those girls at all. Okay. So, okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. We're going to go up here. It looks like it's going to be a lot of comments, Sean. I'm going to get lost in a minute. Remember, she paid for the print. Yes. That's what she said. That's what kind of character she has. Yeah, she had. Well, let's watch it again. Okay. So we're going to start. Let's start with the comment that led to the show. All right. We're going to start. Let's do fair use first so I don't forget. So I'm going to use other people's videos for this because, like I said, this channel is for educational purposes only. And I want you to understand the importance of your behavior in West Africa and how you cannot go over there and do the things that you think you can do here. Okay, you can't go like here. We can insult people. Ain't nobody going to jail for insulting nobody. You're not going to jail for that, but you will go to jail for there for insulting people. Okay, especially if it's a person with status, with esteem, like a prince, a chief, a president, or even like an imam, somebody in the community who's well known and respected. You cannot disrespect those people. And what DIY House and Farm is showing you that you can disrespect those people. That's why these women come on here and do what she does, disrespect him, calling him, what does she call him? Prince Loco? This is what this woman came on here and said about a prince in Ghana, a real prince in Ghana, a real one who shares his life with us so we can see that it's not a fairy tale, that I have to work too. I have to make money too. But because of the woman that she follows disrespects everybody, disrespects him and everybody who she gets upset with, her followers think they can do the same. So I need to show you videos to show you what disrespect is and what you cannot do over there. Because these behaviors that I'm showing you in these videos can get you in a lot of trouble. And you cannot go around saying you are a witch because they have a place for you. They have a place for you. All right? And I'm going to show you that too. And why she's not in those places, why she's not in jail for insulting the royal family, I don't know. Why she's not in jail for insulting the chief, I don't know. All I can say is maybe because she's an American. Why come she's not in the witch camp? Because that's where they put the Ghanaian witches. Why she's not in that village that he's in. I'm going to show you the village that she lives in. Well, I don't know if that's, yeah, it probably, well, the ethnic group that he is, because I don't know if that's their village. But the ethnic group he belongs to, they have a witch camp. How come she's not in there where they put the witches? Because she's an American? That's why. Let's see how long that's going to last, though. Okay? Let's see how long that's going to last with her disrespectful ways. So, that's why I use fair use. That's why I use other people's videos, because I want you to see. And people learn like that. We learn with our senses. We hear it, we see it, and we speak it. All right? And it would be nice if we could touch it, if we could feel it. That's why it's always good to go to the places that you read about, to go to the places that you study about, because that's how you feel it. So that's why I use YouTube. And YouTube videos, I use them because they are a primary source. All right. Now that we got that understood, let me see what this comment say. Then we're going to go to the first video. Yes, she's basically a sociopath. Yes, because she doesn't care about it. She don't love nobody. Now, I was watching this video. Y'all, Prince of Yoko liked that woman. He really had feelings for that woman, and I felt bad for him because I'm looking at her, and he just looking at her with, how a man look at you when they just in love with you, when they think you are the most beautiful thing in the world. Like you can tell by the way he look at you, because his eyes will literally like sparkle. His eyes were sparkling when he was looking at this woman, this DIY house and farm chick. Okay, he was looking at her like, this is the love of my life. So I'm looking at him, looking at these videos, getting ready for the show last night, and I'm saying to myself, this man was hurt. When they told him no, this man was hurt. He was hurt. And this witch was sent there to destroy him. Okay? And let me tell you how she was going to destroy him. Because she made him choose. She put him in a situation where she told him, and I wasn't even there. I'm just going by what I'm hearing. She put him in a situation. You've either followed tradition and you follow what they say and don't be with me, because if you do, I'm going to leave you, or you be with me and I'll stay with you. That's the position that she put this young prince in, who was in love with someone he thought was beautiful, and she only had him under her spell. She only used the spell on him too. She only used it on him because there's nothing mesmerizing about her. It's just nothing. Nothing. She doesn't dress like African women dress beautiful. Like you see an African woman dress, you like, damn, that look good. She don't even do that. I'm looking at her like how she's dressed, and I'm like, you ain't even dressing like, like an African woman. So I'm like, what are they falling for? They're looking at her face, that's it. So I'm like, okay, it's got to be more than that. And that's when I told y'all they're using witchcraft to seduce you. Remember I told you about the poppies? How I felt sleepy and I felt like I was in the land of poppies when I go to Gambia? And I feel intoxicated? She said that's what they do to them. Yes. So she probably did it to him too. She probably did some little binding thing. But see, people like the prince, you got to understand this. They have people who pray for them, and that's just their job. That's just what they do. They pray for him constantly. They pray for his protection. They pray for his guidance. They pray for his wisdom. They pray for his wealth. This is just what they do all day. So when the devil sent ES there, the prince was in the crossroads, and he didn't even know it. He didn't even know it. Now, if he would have went and disobeyed his family and went with ES, look what he would have ended up with. Nothing. Nothing. But he didn't. He stood for what he believed in. He stood for what his family taught him. And that's respect your elders. That's respect the oracle. That's respect divination. That's respect the ancestors. Respect what the elders tell you. And they said no. So he said, no, I can't do nothing. I'm not going against them because you want me to. And that's when she got mad. And that's when she went out and got her man, Vin Man. And Vin Man was down with it, y'all. I didn't think he was until I heard the prince say on the phone that he called Vin Man. And Vin Man had the nerve to try to get smart with the prince. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? Nobody, not even in the African movies do you do that. Everybody know you don't get smart with the prince. Talking about you don't own her, she don't own you, you don't own her. She can do what she want to. Mm-hmm. So see what she do. Before she leave the relationship fully, she get her another man lined up, so she don't have to be by herself. But see, I don't know if she just do the men like that or do she do the women like that. I don't know. Because we don't know what she likes for real. She clearly likes both of them. She clearly likes both of them. And her kids exposed her. That's why she went away to Africa to create it. What her kids exposed? Hey, how did her kids expose her? Tell us. How did her kids expose her, honey? Lord, I wish I could have these comments. I don't know. I want to hear that. How did the kids, places and spaces, y'all tell me how the kids exposed her. Was that a recent law? Yeah, we want to know what you're talking about. And how did the kids expose her? All right, I'm gonna do a little more comments and we're gonna go get this video. Okay, I saw that one. Thank you, TNK. Where are we at, y'all? She disrespected. Okay. She disrespected not only the prince, but the entire family. Who does that? Who do you think you are? That you can do that. And he ain't even your prince. He's somebody else's prince. So you so disrespectful, you disrespect somebody else's prince? She's teaching children English in the village and she abandoned her own kids. Really? Villagers better be alert. She's teaching children English in the village. Really? You know what? I wouldn't let her. You don't know what kind of spell she putting on them kids in the village, okay? Because if she put one on the viewers, you think she ain't trying to put one on the kids? Y'all, please like the video and thank you. Y'all, please like the video. Yes, like, share, and subscribe. Okay, these are the. Hey, LA Sunshine, how you doing? Yeah, she's. Iana fixed my life. Okay, Iana fixed my life. I see one of her commentaries says something about ES having a son as well. I don't know. I never heard her say anything about a son, but we don't know. She don't talk about her kids at all. Oh hell, not another one lost their kids. Yes, her kid. Yes, her husband took them kids. He took when she got the divorce. She could not. She didn't have the kids. No, she didn't. And please, the worst jealousy of her does not apply to this. Jealous of her for what? That's why I'm like, okay, in your little mind, you believe I'm jealous of what? What we got to be jealous of? I lived the lie when her kids joined was telling her they basically exposed her. Oh, I remember that as a wicked woman and a heartless mama, and she cares nothing. Yes. I seem like I remember something like that when her kids came and she wanted them to stay and they didn't want to stay. This was a long time ago. They were basically exposed her, showing she is a wicked woman, a heartless mother. She cares for nobody, a dark heart. Yes, her heart is really dark for some reason. Sociopaths are like that, though. They don't love nobody. Nobody. I never knew something was I knew something was off with her with her having not seen her kid. Yes, I couldn't do that. And it's been a long time since she's seen her kids. A very long time. Using witchcraft to get people's money, just like, yes, that's what they go to Africa to do. Isn't that interesting? They go to Africa to use witchcraft to get our money. They use this witchcraft on their own people. Think about this. She's doing it to her own people, and she's doing it to women just like her. I think yes, was like 1 year ago, and she did it. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Okay. The one I'm thinking about is when the kids actually came. What is coochie? What money? You don't know what coochie is? Okay, keep listening. You'll figure it out. I'm going to play the video and you're going to know. Okay. I'm going to play the video in 1 second. I'm sorry. Okay. Wait a minute, y'all. I must be going in the wrong direction. Seemed like I got that one. I went past that one a couple times. They paid. Remember they paid Prince of Yoko Okay. What's this one? Hi, all. There. I'm here to get the truth. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me bring this one up. He says, she or she says, hi, all. I'm here to get the truth. Bring on these receipts. Been watching her for about a few months. Okay, we're about to do that. Okay. Yeah, let me go down here because I'm lost. So we're going to start right here and I'm going to go up. Okay. These kids talked about how she did the husband dirty, that she cheated on him. Okay, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. That was a long, yes. See, and this is a problem of hers. She's not loyal to anybody. She has she wasn't loyal to the husband. And remember, she said he abused her. And then she goes to the dude, the 10-year in prison dude, and the 10-year in prison dude. He knew something was wrong with her because he like, if you gonna talk to me for 2 years and play video games with me for 2 years, you ain't never met me. You sending me money. Something wrong with you, and I'm not hooking up with you. So the prison dude did not hook up with her. Then she goes, and y'all, guess what I found out through the videos, honey? She done hooked up with Chief Amechi. She done hooked up with Chief Montana. Yeah, all of them. Every man we name, she done gave coochie coupons to. Every man she comes in contact with, she gives a coochie. I hope Dinus ain't got no coochie coupons. I swear. Please, God, don't let Prince Dinus Amir done took a coochie coupon. I don't think so. I don't think Dinus Amir. I don't think Prince Dinus Amir would take a coochie coupon. I don't. I believe in Dinus Amir. I don't believe he would take a coochie coupon. I don't believe that. But every other man besides Prince Dinus Amir has cashed in they coochie coupon. I kid you not. I kid you not. All right, so I told y'all what fair use is. Let me show y'all about disrespect before we get to the videos, because I want you to understand we're not playing. I want y'all to see what this is all about. This is very serious, and you can't go over there disrespecting people, especially royal people. All right, so let me pull this up 1 second. Let me make it big. All right, now I'm about to share this. Because they done made it open season that you can talk. See, they think they can go over there and talk to people. They think this is America. You can do whatever you want to do. Oh, no, honey. Oh, no. You can't go over there being disrespectful. All right, so right here, what you're looking at, I'm going to keep that big so you can see that. It says this is Section 63. Okay, custom offenses in connection with Chiefs. Certain offenses in connection with Chiefs. I couldn't see it because something was in my way. So these are so right here, you see it, Section 63. So when you come on my channel violating, you're committing a crime, okay? Talking about the prince. Now this is Section 63 says, letter C says, when you knowingly use disrespectful or insulting language or insult a chief by words or conduct, or you deliberately refuse to honor him or call him chief. Now we know ES has done that. We've seen ES do that. We know daggone well ES has done that because we've seen her do that. All right? We've seen her do that. All right? Function of chief with the person. Okay. So this is just some more stuff I'm looking at. All right. So that one, I read you 63. All right. Now look at this one. This is somebody in Uganda. All right. Let me show y'all. This is how I know they ain't doing nothing, because she's from here. She's from here. Because look at this. This person is from Uganda. And look what happened to them. Hang on. All right, let me make sure y'all can see it. All right, I'm gonna leave it big so y'all can see it. So it says a 24-year-old. Hold on, y'all. I took it down. Hold on. Let me go back to it. Okay. Trying to make it big so y'all can see it. Okay, so this person was a TikTok person. I don't know what they call TikTok people, TikTokers. I don't know. So this was a TikTok person. So he, the people on social media, they think they can say and do whatever they want to. All right. So he on social media thinking he can do whatever he wants to. So this was a 24-year-old Ugandan TikToker. That's what they call him. His name was Edward Awabawa. Has been jailed for 6 years for insulting the country's president and his family. Awiba was accused of sharing really vulgar content between February and March that demeaned Yari Museveni. It was said that Awiba also shared misleading information on new tax increases. The courts charged him with hate speech and dissemination of misleading and malicious information. Awiba pleaded guilty to the charges. Rights groups, of course, have raised concern about his lack of free, whatever. He shouldn't have been over there doing that. So, I just showed y'all where somebody, a content creator, was arrested for 6 years in Uganda, in prison right now, for disrespecting the president and his family, thinking it's cool to disrespect them, thinking it's cool to make videos talking about them, saying vulgar things like the Blue Jay comment, and like he DB me, and he's drunk, he's nothing but a drunk. All of that. Again, the only reason this woman, I believe, is still walking around here is because she's an American. That's why. That is the only reason she's still walking around here. All right, now let me show y'all. Remember, Prince Yoko says something that he always says really deep stuff, right? So let me show y'all this video. When he talks, he's going to tell us more about ES's character. And I can't tell you this. I have to show you all of this. You have to hear this for yourself.
The last time when I was talking to her, you know what she said? She said, you are into different situations. I want to own some lands and everything. Do you have to own the lands just by influencing my mind for me to give out my lands to you for free?
He said she's trying to influence his mind to give up his land to her for free. See, she think Prince Yoko's stupid. She ain't telling y'all this. She wanted to get free land from him for paying. I guess she was using the coochie coupons. And she thought, okay, give me your land. She actually asked this man. This ain't her husband. Remember, they said no. She seduced him to get him to do it, to do. And like he said, you gave up the coochie. You gave it to me. You gave it to me. I didn't take nothing. You gave it to me. She paid you. No, you gave it to me. And because she giving it away freely, now she thinks she's going to get some land for free. She tried to seduce. She tried to get in his head. She thought he was weak.
Hey, you, it's DJ. I can't.
Okay, this is DJ, y'all. DJ is, she's a YouTube content creator. I don't know what happened to DJ. DJ just left. She got tired of YouTube not paying her no money. She just said, I'm done with YouTube. So I haven't seen her, but her videos are a good resource if you want to know about Gambia and Ghana.
If she saw I'm weak to her or whatever, look, I am myself, you understand, and I know what I'm doing. You see, when Queens is finished, if anyone comes from the from whatever part of the world, I know what I'm doing. You understand? I am telling you the truth. When you are repatriating to Africa, know where you are going.
Yes.
Know how they live.
What have we been saying on this channel? Know where you're going and know how they live. This chick didn't know how come she didn't know? When she was sleeping with Chief Montana and Chief Ameche, she should have been asking questions about how they live. She would have known that a woman cannot be a chief there. That was what happened with the Salter sisters also. People were mad because they made them chiefs, and her and the sister, and they was like, no women can be chiefs. So the Salter sisters should have been like, no, I'm turning this down. Thank you, but no thank you. So he's telling you right here, people, y'all need to know where you're going and what those people are about before you get there.
Problem is just because last night, a guy who is called her trainer, came here and picked her. Instead of coming into this compound to pick her, the guy rather stand just around the cemetery to pick her up. And that was what got me upset. When you are going to a person to pick the person up and you respect the person, where do you go to pick the person up? Go to the person's house and pick her up.
So he's right. He's right. This man don't have no respect for her. He didn't have no respect for her because no African man, no Black American man gonna drop you off at the corner and you gonna walk up the street. What kind of game is this? What kind of game is this? But this is what she do.
So anyone will know that you are the one who came and picked her up.
Right. So
this is what brought the confusion.
It's just like here. So people know who you left with. When I was little, my grandmother used to get the license plate to the car. When we would leave with our friends who had cars, my grandmother would write that license plate number down. Because she said, I need to know who you leaving with. And he's absolutely right. I need to know. I don't care if you my girlfriend. I don't care who you are. If you in this house, I'm responsible for you. And like somebody said, if something would have happened to her on that date, who would they would have came to? They would have came straight to Prince Ayoko because Prince Ayoko, she's in his house. He's in charge of the people who are living in his house, especially if you're a foreigner.
So this morning, she's still not having an understanding about it. Upon all that, I went and worked at her house and, just buried the differences about her because, her energy is lower than my energy. Very, very.
Did y'all get that? That's how smart this man is. That's how smart this man is. So he probably pitied her for real. He probably kind of felt sorry for her because he said her energy is lower than my energy. And he knows that. And that when you're dealing with somebody whose energy is lower than yours, you have to constantly lower yourself. You have to constantly bring yourself down. You have to constantly use your energy and reduce it so you can get on their level. That's what he had to constantly do with this chick. Constantly.
Lower. You understand? For safety reasons. I don't know the guy. This morning when I was talking to the guy, do you know what he said? He said, you can't control ES. ES is an adult. After all, you did not introduce ES to me, so she can live with me, whatever she wants. And I said, okay, no problem. I understand that part. But
can you believe he said that to this man? Ben Man is no prince. We saw Ben Man with his bed on the floor and ES jumping on the bed on the floor. Okay, looked like it was in one of them mud huts. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm telling you the truth. I'm keeping it a buck. How does somebody who sleep in a mud hut with a little pallet on the floor, how is he disrespecting this man? And this man is the chief. How is that? How does that work? How does a Ben Man has no titles and will never have a title because he disrespected the prince, the chief prince? How are you gonna do that? For a witch on top of that, a self-proclaimed witch. And he's exposing her to his kids. I bet you any amount of money that the mother of those children and the grandmother and the father and the people in that village do not know ES is a self-proclaimed witch. I bet you they don't know that.
If there's a problem, do I know where to locate you? And he was quiet.
I bet he was.
He was quiet. This is not a matter of jealousy. Listen,
right.
They are beautiful.
Did you hear what he said? This is not a matter of jealousy. Because why would he be jealous of Vin Man? Think about it. He looking like jealous of what? What am I jealous of? A personal trainer? Why would I be jealous of that?
Women out here. You see, I have an American wife. I did not hit ears. That's why I asked those who were here and they confess. I did not hit her.
Yeah.
So whatever she told you, I am telling you, I swear my ancestors and I swear I swear the Almighty God that if I hit ears, I shouldn't get till daybreak. You understand?
So, first man on YouTube, she's accused of DVing her. He tell you right here, I didn't touch her. I didn't touch her. And all the people he's swearing to, you don't play with them people. Africans ain't gonna play with that. Africans ain't gonna swear to nobody for real unless they for real. So he knows she going around saying, slander in his name, saying he hit her.
I should not get from now till daybreak. I should die. You understand? This is simple. This is simple. So now what she wants, she did not get it and she's upset.
Right.
Are you the only woman that I will have? After all, we are not into a relationship for almost about 4 or 5 months now, or like close to 4 months now. So what are you telling me? I'm helping you. You are my sister. You live in our compound. You see? So now what is...
See, that's kind of difficult to me, to go from having an intimate relationship with somebody who you two were wanting to get married, and the only reason you didn't get married is because the elder said no, and now we have to change this relationship to a friendship. To me, that's going to be a volatile situation. So the best thing for me to do is leave. So why she didn't leave, I don't know.
That's it. What do you want me to do for you again after hosting you for 2 years, almost 2 years in my house? Because it's almost 2 years. What do I have to do for you again as a woman, as a guest, as a family member? Because now she's like more like a family member. What do I have to do for you again? You are telling me to stop. She is on a live stream talking about me, which you don't know, which you support. This is what I'm saying. You understand? This is what I'm saying. You don't know the part of my story. You don't believe it, and you don't believe the part of her story. I don't care. I don't care. Look, I'm a stand-alone man. When you support what I'm doing, and when you help me, and I help you, you understand? Mm-hmm. Together we can. But when you see me to be any person that you have to use for your selfish gains, forget about it.
Hold on. She want to use him for her own selfish gains. Didn't I tell y'all this man figured it out? Didn't I tell y'all? She just want to use him for her own selfish gains. That's all Princess Yoko was to her from day one, a come up. A come up. She didn't care about this man. He was a come up. She like big buff dudes. You see what Amechi look like? You see what Montana, he ain't big and buff like that, but he's a nice looking dude. He's a big dude. And then she go to Princess Yoko, who clearly she doesn't have a history of being with people who come from royal families. So she doesn't understand how it goes. She doesn't understand. So she think I treat him the same way I treat everybody else, which is, here's your coochie coupon. You want to cash it in. And when you cash that one in, I'm going to give you another one. And I'm going to keep giving them to you until I get what I want from you. And when I don't get what I want from you, then I'm going to snatch it back. But like he said, I come from a place where there's beautiful women everywhere. I don't need you like that. You just want to use me for your own selfish gain. And he knows that.
Just forget about it. Everything has got an end.
Yes.
So this could be the end of the journey for me and her.
Yes.
You understand? Today, the work that they did. Come now. I'm calling Brother Kuble to come. So in number shot yes, son. Will you no, will you just ask? I paid for it with my money. I paid for it with my money. Whatever I went there and did whatever we did at her project today, I paid for it with my money.
But I thought she said she was paying for everything and she was paying on the bill, remember? Then she switched it up and said, I was helping with the household bills. And then she switched it up again and said, I was paying my part of the household bills. But he's going to explain to you in this video.
So now what is it? I'm not boasting. This is the kind of support that we need as family. This is the kind of support that we need as a brother and a sister, as a black man and a black woman, as a black man and a black man. So now what is the point that I'm making here? That you understand with your head. That is weak. Sorry, I'm not insulting you, but I'm telling you. I'm not stopping anything. Look, I don't depend on YouTube. You understand? But whatever
he knows her mind is weak. He knows this is a weak-minded woman. He knows she only gets her money from YouTube. She depends on YouTube. And I'm telling y'all, YouTube money is funny money. You don't want to depend on YouTube money. You don't even know what your check is going to be from month to month. She has 60,000 subscribers, but look at her views. And do you understand that it goes every 28 days? So if you got videos from 5 months ago that you got all these views on, they don't care about that. They're not paying you for that anymore. Every 28 days, you got to make it happen on YouTube. And she's been doing this for 10 years. She's been lying and being fake for 10 years. So when people discover who she is, you know what she does? She changes her channel. She changes her channel. She changes her name. That's why you don't see Eat, Love, Migrate no more, because that was exposed. You see what's up here, Eat, Love, Migrate, right? Now, let's see how long she gonna be DIY house and farm, okay? Because we all know you the same. You worse than what we thought you were.
I've shared on YouTube, take it serious. Else, you know what? One day, it's gonna be a big problem to you. You understand? I'm gonna wait for her to come and take the rest of her belongings, which is here. And everything will be packed here because I don't deal with disrespectful people.
I know that's right. I know that's right. What do you say? I don't deal with disrespectful people. And honey, that's what I tell people all the time. I tell them that I don't deal with rude, disrespectful people. No, I do not. And I don't blame you for that, honey. Because like my grandma said, respect is free. And if you can't give me respect, you can't give me nothing.
I don't deal with disrespectful people. You understand? I'm not talking to her. I have talked to her enough. Look, you see this refrigerator that she's using. I paid half of the money for her to buy it. And you see this air conditioner that she's using, which is over there. I paid half of the money. If she comes to take all of it, I don't care. That is life. That is life. I don't depend on money. You understand? I don't depend on money. But I'm not gonna bring her down completely. But I
don't depend on money, but she do.
I just want you to know that ES is a scammer. She is a scammer because if she did not get on her way, then she decided to change it on a different way. You see? Mm-hmm. First of all, she got in a relationship with Chief Amachi. She got in a relationship with Chief Montana. She got in a relationship with her first husband. And now she is into me. She thinks like I'm like those people.
So what he's saying is she's a scammer because she uses people. She goes to this man and she sees what I can get from you. And if I can't get nothing from you, then I'm going to reinvent myself and I'm going to be somebody else. And I'm going to go to this man. And if I can't get what I want from him, then I'm going to reinvent myself. And then I'm going to go to this man. And I'm going to do the same thing over and over and over again. I'm going to scam each one of these men to make them think that I'm something that I'm not until I get what I want from them.
I'm not those kind of people. You understand? You can't do that to me. No, like she's only fooling herself. You understand? She can't do that to me. Look at what I've did for her, physically, mentally, and financially. Just look at what I did for her.
Yeah.
When she is living here, I told her when she first arrived here, even before she arrived here, I told her, for the house, it's our house. I don't have to make now. I told her, for the rooms that you're living in, you're not paying anything for the rooms. But I don't own the water. I don't own the electricity. That is the only thing that you pay. ES can give me what.
I thought she said she was paying everything. Now watch for when he tells you how much she paid for this stuff.
Water and electricity within a month, and it will take her like within the next 2 months to give me money again. I don't care. Like if
so, he said it would take her about 2 months. You know, you need to pay that before 2 months.
The Almighty God and the ancestors has granted me the wisdom to do that, I don't care. You see, you were searching for the bare facts, and now this is the bare facts. This is the bare facts. What I'm telling you is that, look, I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. This is a lesson to all of us.
Mm-hmm.
This is a lesson to all of us. Look, I cooked for her. I make breakfast for her. I cooked lunch for her, and I cooked dinner for her. But upon all of this generosity and kindness, just look.
Y'all see, she cooking for Vin Man. She cooking lunch, breakfast, and dinner for Vin Man, but she wasn't cooking nothing for this man. See what I mean?
At what is happening. So she was threatening me to kill me tonight, not knowing what I have. Do you know what?
She was threatening to. She didn't tell us she was threatening to unalive him tonight.
Protect me. Do you know what keeps me to be out of your danger? You don't know. When I say she's a scam, she's a scam. When I reveal that to you, the next morning, the US security will come after her here. It is about legal problems, which I'm not sharing. Okay. I'm not sharing that.
So somebody else was saying that they think she has some type of legal problems also, because we don't know her real name. You know how they always find out somebody's YouTube person's real name? But see, she's been on here for 10 years. Nobody knows her real name. And somebody else said that she has legal problems that she's running from also. I wonder if it's child support. Because, even if it's a divorce, you still got to pay the child support. So I wonder if she owed the state child support. But he said, it's legal problems. And if he told, then the U.S. security people would be there to get her.
Here today. You understand? I'm not destroying my Ghana. I'm not destroying my Northern Ghana. If you come to Northern Ghana, look, we are already who we are before you are coming. Right. So when you said you destroy Ghana, it is up to you. Ghana, do you know the real meaning of Ghana? God has appointed Nkrumah already. God has appointed Nkrumah already. Mm-hmm. That is what Ghana means. God has appointed Nkrumah already. Ghana. God has appointed Nkrumah already. That is how we define Ghana, because he was the one who founded our independence for us. When I went in live tonight, I talked to you about everything about her. And you know what? She begged me. That's why I refused to answer all these questions, because I want to help her to build herself up. But I'm monitoring her. But right after I did this, and I come to her to let her know that I've did it, she tried to disrespect me. And that's what made me upset the most.
Again, queen of the do-it-yourself farm, DIY house and farm. She is the queen of the passport grannies. She is the witchy witch who's sending out the spell to all these old grandmas. And I ain't talking about the young grandmas. I'm talking about these old, broken down grandmas going to Ghana, hooking up with these 20-year-old small boys and trying to emasculate them. She is sending this message out because these grannies are sending her money, supporting her because they want to be like her. That's why they sending Ben Man gifts, because they want her man. And then she gonna get mad because how you getting mad at that? You put your man on TV naked, halfway naked, and you don't expect these women to come after him? Girl, you got life messed up.
Grace, from a royal family, she can't do this to me.
No, she can't.
They said that the American mindset has, spoiled the African shrine.
See?
I talked to a brother tonight in the US, and he told me that even your own son, your own daughter, who comes from your penis, who comes from your womb, when they try to disobey you, kick them out of your house. That is how we live here in the US. But that is very sad. It's very sad because of attitude. It's very sad because of attitude. You understand? It's very sad because of attitude. This is very sad. Look at how I have defended her. The unapologetic Negropean has come out to destroy her, to spoil her, and to do anything with her. And I look at it, and I look at the other people that he was doing this to, especially women. I said no to that. You understand? But right now, I can clearly understand what is happening. You understand? And I still don't render my apologies to the unapologetic Negropean, because it is not only ES that she attacked, but now I can see everything clear. And I can see everything that is going on. You understand? So if you take me as a bad guy, as a good guy, when you unsubscribe to my channel or not or whatever, look, I don't hate the black race. I'm building people up depending on whatever I share on the internet. Okay? So just wait for a while. She'll be quickly back, and I will just let you know whatever is happening. Thank you.
Okay. So let me pull up the other one while we're over here. I don't have to keep going through that. So that's
This man has physical.
that was him telling us about ES. Now, let me get y'all comments before we go to this one. Before we go to this one, I'm gonna pull up y'all comments, and we're gonna go through the comments. And I want y'all to see how she lies and how she twists things and how she's just that type of woman. She's just that type of woman. She's that DV type of chick who keep the man in jail. Hey, lady, how you doing? Just listening and learning truthful knowledge from Miss Kiki. Hey, how you been? He's a man speaking his truth. More men need to release that hurt by speaking, instead of holding it in. And yes, exactly. And that's what he did. That's how he released it. She's absolutely right. Because that was horrible. Prince Yogo committed adultery. How? What was his punishment? Now see, this lady's ignorant. You over here defending this woman. You have a right to defend whoever you want to, okay? But just make an informed decision about who you're defending, okay? Now, you said he's committing adultery. How is he committing adultery when his culture, you can have multiple wives? So how is he committing adultery? Is he a Christian? No. That's a Christian concept, man. He's not a Christian. In his culture, he can have more than one wife. So see, you don't know what you're talking about, okay? What was his punishment, or is he somehow exonerated? So you're just showing how ignorant you are. That's sad that you're that ignorant that you don't even know that man can have more than one wife. I'm going to go find a comment, be right back, about ES flying monkeys. Get okay. Hello, Eve. Okay. Just Sierra Leone is, wait a minute, what'd she say? Hold on, y'all can't see that. Just Sierra Leone is what she told someone. Okay, y'all talking about something. She didn't have a passport. No. Okay, y'all talking about that comment. Okay, right. I'm going to read those comments in just a second. I wonder, CW Baby Girl says, I wonder if he did all of this cooking and washing dishes for the other two wives. I don't know. I have no clue. Why don't you go on his channel and ask? Could be child support. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Oh, you're right. Because she don't have a U.S. passport. She told her she couldn't come to East Africa because she didn't have her only passport she ever had was the Sierra Leonean passport. Now, isn't she lucky that she had Sierra Leonean ancestry? Do y'all think she really had the ancestry, or do y'all think she bought that? And if so, not supposed to leave the no. No, or they'll revoke it. They can revoke your passport wherever you are. Because remember, that's what happened to Jermaine Jackson. Didn't someone say she was involved with that? Yeah, she was. She was a Hebrew Israelite that was arrested for terrorizing people. I think someone did a video on that. Was it UN? I don't think she was involved with that, him personally. She was involved with the organization. That's gossiping, messy. I don't know what she's talking about. Hey, True Serum. All right. Her spell, no. Long he lived. Her spell no longer lived there. Okay. And the spells, the thing about them, y'all, they only last for so long. Okay, then they quit working. Purple Pill says he's cooking and doing all the dishes like y'all are silly. See, that's why they be getting mad. That's why they be getting, they don't even be mad at me. They be mad at the comment section. And then they take it out on me because of what y'all said in the comment section. What do that got to do? I can't control the comment section. He only did this when he had to blow. Oh my God, y'all. What? All right, so now I didn't know he had his own channel. Yes, he would never discuss my personal life on YouTube. Well, because she was putting it out there, remember? She was saying, I'm going to show y'all what she was saying about him. So he had to come back. He didn't want people to think he was that type of man, of how she was painting him out to be. So he had to come back. And where did he have to go? He had to go to social media. He had to go on YouTube. That's where she was at. The prince might be a mess, but he wasn't living with, no, he was not. No, he was not. And the lady talking about he was committing adultery, she needs to stop. She don't even know what she's talking about. Chief Amechi is passed away. He's from Atlanta. He sure is. He sure is. I don't trust everything out of the prince's mouth either. He's a mess too. I don't think the prince is a mess. I think Vin Man is a mess. I don't get messy vibes from the prince. I get sincere vibes from the prince because listen to what he was saying. She's lower than me. Her energy is lower than mine. That's somebody who's in touch with themselves. Messy people ain't in touch with themselves because they just messy and they can't touch themselves. But for him to know that, for him to be aware of energy and that some people have low energy, that lets me know he's in tune with his star player, which is himself. So I don't get messy from the prince. I get like he tried. That's what I get. I think he liked her and I think he tried. I wonder did she do that whole bath before sneaking back in? Like I hope she did. I hope she did some kind of, she probably didn't know. Because remember, he opened the door. She said they were just out having fun. But I wonder if he had on cologne. She gonna smell like the cologne. I think he passed away. Something about getting hooked up. Yes, he did. Chief Amechi did pass away. Yes, he did. All right, so now we're going to watch with ES how she accused this man of DVing her in his man's country. All right. The prince is sharp. He busted her all the way out. He sure did. He let us know what kind of person this woman is. He surely did. This woman is not right. All right. Everyone was unconcerned about her. Hold on, let me read what Grace is saying. Everyone everyone was concerned about her. People were calling the U.S. embassy because they were afraid of for her, and she got mad. I'm sorry, Grace. Please forgive me. I didn't mean to call you a liar. But all y'all were concerned about her, and y'all called the U.S. embassy to ask them to do a wellness check on her because she made it seem like Ben Man was just beating her so bad, DVing her so bad. Y'all got afraid and asked the embassy to check on her, and then she got mad at y'all. I told y'all. But how did she get mad at y'all? And y'all still talk to this woman, and y'all still go to her channel. How does that even work? How does she have control? Oh yeah, she really using a spell on these people. Because that don't even sound right. I wish a grown woman would tell me that. I don't care if you mad at me. Clicks, witches, magic, princess, male domination, female subservience sounds like a fairy tale and a nightmare. It is all mixed into one. This doesn't even make sense. Kiki Ben Man mentioned that he have to sleep outside. Wait a minute. Ben Man mentioned that he has had to sleep outside on one more occasion in his life. In one of their DIY videos, I was like, oh yes, he is for the come up. See what I mean? I'm telling you, he was nothing. Because when he's sitting there, I'm showing y'all the witchy video. Okay, well, she just talking. And let me tell y'all, this woman was in it. She was a partner in this. UN talked about. He told us. When we watched the video about her and the divinations. Okay, she was a partner to end this. The only reason she fell out with them is because they weren't doing what she couldn't have the status that she wanted. She wanted to be the queen. No way was she going to be the queen because Prince Ayoko got a first wife. It don't work like that. She would have been the third wife. Third wife don't get nothing but to cook and clean for everybody else. That's all you get. So she was never going to be the queen of nothing. The queen of the passport grannies, that's the only crown she gets. The queen of the passport grannies. That's it. And the coochie coupons, of course. Wow, he used to sleep outside. That's her level. Ben Man and her, that's the same level. They planned this together, okay? They planned this together. He knew daggone well she was in a relationship with the prince. That's why he was talking about you can't control her because she's living in her house. You don't tell her what to do. Who are you? I couldn't even believe that. Because he's sleeping with ES that everybody else done slept with. Everybody then ran through DIY house and farm. And because he running through her now, because he parking his Cadillac there now, he think it's okay. He thinks she's something that she not. He thinks she better than what she is. He thinks she more than what she is. He better get corrected. The prince said she stayed there for 2 years. Can you be that free for 2 years? That's why she had money to go build the stuff. He wasn't charging her nothing. During that argument, that woman needs to stand up and stop laying down. Thank you. Maybe if you stand up and stop laying down, you have something besides a sob story whenever you need some money. Then only time because people know she's a liar. People know she's fake. The fake Martha Stewart. Ben Man a peasant, and he is disgusting me, exposing his family to this trash. Yeah, exactly. His kids to this witch. Do you think she happy this man got kids? Think about it. Do you think her heart feels joy every time she sees Ben Man and his kids? Or do she see them as an obstacle that's in the way? You tell me. So that's witchcraft, people. When I look at you with disgust, That's called giving you the evil eye, because I'm looking at you and the energy from my heart is disgust. So I'm focusing that disgust on you. Y'all think she sit up and look at them kids with love and happiness? No, she don't. He needs to get her away from his kids. Get her away from his mother. Get her away from his father. Get him away from anybody that he loved. But he for the come up. He on the come up. He don't care about none of that. He don't care about none of that. If he's sleeping outside, he don't care about none of that. None of that. And now she talking about, I love him so much. I love him so much. I love him so much. I remember Delightful D. That was the lady was actually, this lady was actually crying for ES during the Prince of Yucca. Oh, wow. Poor Delightful D. Poor thing. I wasn't crying. I was laughing. I was laughing because I knew she was lying. I could tell she was lying because there was no marks. There were no marks. And when you're in a fight like that, honey, some man fighting you like a man, you got black eyes, you got busted lips. Kiki, he a prince. He know he is well educated. They teach them to receive, and that's what he's about, respect. That's why he took the videos down. These videos are not, he privated the videos. Only reason I got this video is because somebody else recorded it. No, or we wouldn't have never known the truth about her. We would have just had to speculate, but we heard it out of his own mouth. She got some kind of illegal problems in the United States, serious illegal problems that she begged him not to tell us. She also slept with everybody, every man she came in touch with to try to come up. He named them. He named every last one of them. And how does he know that? Did she tell him that? But why would you do that? Why did you feel like you needed to tell the prince you slept with all those men? And you got nothing. You got nothing. You got nothing. No house, no car, no ticket to Africa, nothing. You got nothing for doing all of that. But wore out and wore down and passed around. This is horrible. This is horrible. God, this is horrible. Oh, hey, how you doing? Heavy pedal time. Hey, Kiki, I'm going to just listen today. ES and some of these other repasts are the reason why our people are. Yes, they are. That's why this angers me. Because they keep putting this lie out. Keep putting this lie out. Now she over there making you think you're going to get you a big butt. You can be 50-something year old, 40, 50, 60, 70-year-olds, and you can get you a 20-year-old, and he's going to be faithful to you. He's going to be your boy toy. He's going to do everything. He's going to cook for you. He's going to clean for you. He's going to cater to your every need. He's going to do all of that for you. If you just come to Ghana, buy land, invest in him. Yeah, come on. You can't get a man in the United States for nothing. And you know that. You never could get one. So why are you wasting your time, ladies? Come here. Come over here. They're waiting for you. This is the message. And when you get there, you get unalived because you emasculate them. You emasculate them. Every chance you get. And they're not putting up with that because all they want is your money. And then they're thinking about you talking to them like a dog. And then guess what? Then she winds up unalived. And if she does that, she's lucky enough to live, she's going to wind up with nothing. Not even money to get back to the United States. She's going to have to go to the embassy to borrow money to get home. That's the plan we have for all of you. All of you. Yeah, we do. Because we're the passport grannies. Can't trust anyone. No trust, no love. No, you can't. You can't trust anybody. especially somebody who's confused about their sexuality, especially somebody who's not even being honest about their sexuality. You can't trust. No, that type of person, you really can't trust. That person is not stable. She should understand that people in a Yoko's area have special. She don't know that though, but she finding out. She know because I'm telling you, the lady don't sleep. She probably see things. She probably hear things. She probably having nightmares because you don't disrespect. You don't disrespect everybody. You don't do that. You just don't. And they let you live in their house for 2 years. Like he said, she gonna unalive me. That's why he was like, you don't know what I got. Lady, you can't do nothing to me. You can do. That's why they talking about. Oh, we're gonna put a curse on her. Black Acres of the Gambia, little juju spell. What did I tell Black Acres? They were gonna hurt themselves trying to hurt me, and everything they wished for me was gonna come back on them. Now look at Black Acres now. Look at them now. That's why I'm like Prince Yoko. I just laugh because I know who I am. And I know who my ancestors are. And I know the God that I serve. And I know I don't do this for any other reason but to help people. Because I don't want you to get hurt. And I want you to find love. I want you to find true love. I want you to find true happiness. But before you do that, you got to have that in here. You can't be running from the United States and think you're going to run into love in Africa. Ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. You're going to run into misery like ES, pretending she's a victim of DV, but she might be within me. But I don't think she is, because I'm going to read it to you. I don't think so. I don't think so. Because if you was, you would leave. And the lady told her she could come live with her. So, no, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Because people who are truly victims of DV, they move different ways. They don't move like that. Sorry, okay. Oh, that was okay. Yeah, she sounds like Anja Africa. Yeah, the fake. And then Anja finally tell the truth towards the end. Come on, it's too late now. What is what email? What is what email? That man trying to get to Muscle Beach, Venice Beach in Los Angeles so that he can become a black Arnold Schwarzenegger. He gonna be gone as soon as he gets. He's not gonna be with her. That's over. He gonna be like Mandinka Man. Remember Mandinka Family Man who got here and he was gone? We don't know, and I don't think we publish it. If you know her name, email it to Kiki if you want to. Yeah, who's she talking about? We don't know I don't even know what you're talking about. Yes, evil eye is real. Envy, yes. And she doing this toward the kids and towards the wife. You think she ain't looking at his first wife like that? You think she ain't looking at Ben Man's real wife like that? People, please don't get mad at Kiki for our comments. She presents the videos and we only call it like we see it. That's all. Thank you. So how they gonna get mad at that? They sound stupid. That just sounds so stupid. Do you know? No, we don't know ELS's real name. No. And if I knew it, I sure wouldn't say it. I don't do that. I don't dox people information. I would never. If I knew her real name right now, y'all, I would not tell nobody. Nobody. I would not. I got so many people's information, private information that people have sent me. I don't know what they think I am, but I'm not like that. I am not like that, honey. I only deal with what's in public. If it's in public, then I'll use it. But I'm not, even if it's your name and your address and it's in a public forum, I'm not going to do that. All those wasteful Blue Jays, yeah. She did all those Blue Jays for nothing. All those Blue Jays, she gave all those Blue Jays away for nothing. Things, yes. Like, why are you giving Blue Jays to men you ain't even married to? And you don't date a royal man the way you date a peasant. You don't be acting like that. You don't be passing out coochie coupons to a royal. You don't do that. You act like a lady, but she don't know how to act like a lady. Then, I think Prince Yoko felt sorry for her, y'all. I really do. I think he knew she was nothing. He felt like, okay, she's a pretty lady. You know, her face looks okay. She seems interesting. You know, okay, I'll talk to her. You know, he probably liked her. I think he liked her. I really did. I think he felt sorry for her because she probably sold him her little dream. I guess he was then, but he wanted to marry her. But his family, wives, and or yeah, they did. They all said no. Well, the wives don't really. They don't really. I don't know if they really asked. I don't. From what the story that was told to me was that they had to do a divination before they do anything. They do divinations. They went to the oracle, the divination, and they said no. They said there could be no marriage between them two, and that's when she got mad, and that's when the relationship ended. Like it was over. No, nothing. But why? See, then I'm concerned about this. 2 years? Mm-mm. No, they're not going to approve it for 2 years. You've been living in that house and you're not that man's wife for 2 years. And I know you just didn't start being intimate with him because you said you was doing all the cooking and cleaning and stuff. He said he was doing it. So somebody lied. So for 2 years you doing all of this, and then you go and they know what you're doing. They know. They see what time you leaving. They see what time you coming. We see all of that. So no, that's what they said. No, no, no. They still mix traditional ways in the village, but in Islam, men get a quick divorce to be free temporarily. I couldn't be a Muslim. They do. So they can get a divorce real quick. It's very easy. It's in Islam, and this is what they told me. It's very easy to get a divorce, and it's very easy to get married because Allah, that Allah is what the Arabic word for God. Okay, because they said Allah doesn't want you to sin. Okay, and they feel like if you meet a woman and you're attracted to this woman, or if you meet a man and you're attracted to this man, and if you stay unmarried and you be around this person, you are going to sin because you're just humans. So to avoid all that, they make it so easy for you to get married, and they make it so easy for you to get a divorce. So if you don't want somebody, you're not attracted to that person, you just not feeling that person, easy. All you got to do is leave. I think if you're gone for like 4 months and you're not in touch with that person, you're basically, according to Islam, divorced. Yeah, it's just that simple. It's just that simple. All right, so let me go up here. Then we're going to see what how she lied, like the typical people, the false people who accuse people of DV, those women who, when you don't want to be with me no more, I'm going to accuse you of DV. She's that type, okay? So I want y'all to hear what she's saying. In my humble opinion, she's that type, okay? Because I'm responding to what I see. All right, so let me put this video on because I'm losing y'all comments again. Islamic law forbids fornication and adultery. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. But how can it be adultery when you can have more than one wife? Adultery doesn't even apply in Islam unless it's not your wife. Unless it's not your 4 wives. And that would fall under fornication, not adultery. Because if he has more than one wife, it is permitted. In Islam, you can have up to 4 wives. Yes. And then you can have your concubines. So she could have been a concubine. She was basically a concubine. She got married because she was a concubine. And is regarded as one of a serious, but no, that's why they get married. See, fornication, that's why fornication is regarded as taken so serious because they make it so easy for you to get married. You don't have to fornicate unless you want to. Because you can meet a man today and be married to the man today. That's how Islam. Yeah, if y'all two agree and that's what y'all want to do, you can do that. Yeah. So it's really easy. Really easy. So yeah, that's why fornication is not is a big problem. They don't play fornication, but I don't understand how you do adultery and you can have more than one wife. Yes, you have to pay taxes in both countries, and yes, you sure do. Thank you, CW, baby girl. You've been listening, honey. Your U.S. passport is at yes. You have to pay taxes in both countries and keep your U.S. passport active too. Thank you, CW, baby girl. I love when y'all make comments like that, honey. That let me know y'all paying attention and y'all know what's up. Ain't nobody gonna get y'all. ES humiliated a royal prince. He needed to, he did. Y'all thought he was gonna just lay down and do nothing to defend himself publicly. He said peasants. He is right. He is a peasant. He is, Vin Man is a peasant. How else would you describe him? He's not the royals. He's not the warrior class. He's not the priestly class. He's sleeping outside. He said it himself. I slept outside a couple times. He's a peasant. I'm not trying to insult the man. I'm just calling it, I'm telling you what it is. But even if the man is a peasant, we're questioning these DV claims against him now because we're proving she lied about the prince. She lied about the prince. I'm going to put you on the tape where she said what happened, which is a complete lie. She lied about the prince. How do we know she ain't lying about Vin Man? How do we know she ain't just saying this to get money from these women because she likes to play women, and she'll even play that she's bisexual if she thinks it's going to get her some money? We don't know if she's really bisexual or if she's straight. We don't know what she is. But we know she will play a woman for money. We know that. We know that. Royal peasants, while the country is being colonized by Asians, Black people. Well, you're lost. Whoever you are, you're lost. Because you think you so worried about the Asians. The Asians are not unaliving us. They're not unaliving us. Do you even know about these women who are being unalived in Africa? Do you even know about these women who are losing everything in Africa? Do you even know about these couples who are retiring, cashing in their retirements, selling their houses, and then going to Africa and staying and then coming back with nothing? And you're worried about the Asian people? Do me a favor and get off my channel. Do me a favor, because if you say something else, I'm going to block you. As a matter of fact, I'm going to block you right now for that. Don't come on here with that. Yeah, like I said, blocked. You're lost. And not only are you lost, you're blocked. How about that? Now you got to create a fake profile to participate. Go over there to them people who sit and point their fingers at the other. We don't do this on this channel. We take accountability, okay? Ain't not one of them person was Asian who did any of this to these people I talk about on my channel. And you want to come over here and be the victim. We don't play the victim card over here. Now you done got blocked. No, you got banned. They don't even call it block no more. They call it banned. That means you can't never come back. BlockDailyNews.com. What? Who is Daily News? Who is that? They probably done blocked him, honey, because I can't even see him. Women don't have the same luxury there, though. No, they don't. So you can't be acting like that. You don't. But you got to know that. You got to know before you get over there. I'm not going to have the same luxury that I have in the United States. And if you ain't okay with that, you better stay in the United States. This is old news. Ha ha ha. Black women hate Taryn. See, you don't even, if you're saying this is old news, you don't know what we're talking about. Because we're building the conversation, ma'am. We're putting the receipts out. It is not old news that she wrote these women, that she called these women and asked them for money. Okay? And then act like she don't know them. Then dismiss them. That is not old news. Okay? We're proving she's a liar. We're proving that she accused another man of domestic violence, Prince Yoko. Did you know she slept with all those men? Did you? Because I sure did. Did you know she slept with everybody? Did you know that? because I didn't. So it's not old news to us, ma'am. So if you don't mind, we want to get educated, okay? So if you got a problem with that, you can leave because we really don't care, okay? Because you obviously don't care about people who pass out coochie coupons. All men have to do is say, I do. That's it. I divorce you. I think it's 3 times. At least, no, it's the same. They got to say it 3 times and they done with you and they divorced you. Or they could just leave. They could just leave and never come back and that's it. And you know what it is. That means you divorced. That means he didn't want you no more. That's what it means. I'm for real, y'all. I am dead serious, y'all. Okay, y'all, it's so many comments on here. I can't even. Are you saying that Dinah's from Search from Uhuru TV allegedly bedded ES? There was a time when ES. That is not true. That is not true. I do not believe that Prince Dinah Samir would touch that with a 10-foot pole. I don't believe that. That's a whole lie from the pit of hell. She wish he would do that, but Dinah ain't going nowhere near that. Please, Dinah is not on her level. This is the United States. We know classes. Dinah know that ain't my class. I ain't lowering myself for what? I have my own money. This is the United States. What do I want with her? What would Dinah Samir? What would Prince Dinah Samir want with? Eat, love, migrate / do it yourself house and farm. Come on, people. Look at him and look at her. We're not on the same level, people. We're not on the same level. We're not on the same level. We're not on the same level. So that's a lie. Watching your intercultural courses has been key to helping me move to Africa safely, especially the Gambia. Oh, thank you, Miss Laura. Although it can be entertainment to some, I see it as, oh, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. Because that's why I do it, really. Because I want you, when you get there, I want you to have fun. I want you to be happy. And I want you to just be safe. That's what I want. Because when I go, I have fun. I have fun. I'm happy, till I get hot and hungry, till the lights go out. Tomorrow, the Empress Granny is going to make a video tomorrow saying certain groups making up videos about my life. ES, sit down. Exactly. Because she wants y'all to watch it. She needs the money. We ain't making up nothing. This channel is not about Asians or any other topic. Right. Why would we talk about that? And it's not what we talk about. These people are ridiculous. That's why you got to get banned. You can't stay focused. I don't believe it either, honey. Ben Man is a DB man. I believe he has deep affection for her, Lion ASS, and a plan for his future. I don't think he cared about her like that. I think he realized what she was about and he distanced himself. I think when he realized she wanted to emasculate him, he was like, I'm out of here. I can see, oh, you think so too? I can see she is bisexual. When I saw her, I said she is very masculine. You know what? I see it now. I can see it now because of the way she talked to women. She talked to women like how a man talked to you that's manipulating you. You know how he used all them fancy words to try to trip you up? Yeah. But he said it. You went and told, hold on, y'all. Y'all know I'm going to show y'all the receipts. So she do this bisexual stuff to these women to appeal to the bisexual women who think they have a chance with her. And then they give her money. Yeah, it's all a game. It's all a game. Okay, y'all, let's put this other video on. Okay. I was talking about the lady in the Gambia. Okay. Let's see what Jam Jar said. Her reputation proceed. Exactly. They now see her coming. Even the policeman. Exactly. They now has her number. You get a turn now. You get a turn. You get a turn. Exactly. You get a turn. You get a turn. You get a turn. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. All right. So let's go look at this video and see the lies, how many lies we can catch her in. This is how she paints the picture of domestic violence. I'm sorry, with DV, but you don't have any evidence. You have no evidence. You have no proof other than the words coming out of your mouth. And then she tells us, I fought him back because I had to. I had to defend myself. She quickly says that. I don't think he cares about her either, T and K. I don't think he does either. I think he cared about the come up. Because it's all to African men, let me tell y'all something. It's your character that they really like. Because I was wondering, because I would see these Nollywood actors, and I would ask my ex, why are they married to these women? Because the women were not attractive at all. You would think these handsome Nollywood actors would be with really beautiful, attractive women, but they're not. They're with just everyday, everyday woman, an average everyday woman. Okay, and I said, why is that? Why do they choose women like that instead of women that are over the top like them? He said, because when we select a wife, we don't care about that. We don't care about how you look. We don't care about how you built. What we care about is your character. We want to know, is this a good woman for me to have kids with? Is this a good woman to raise my kids? What type of character does she have? He said, that's why you'll see, because even here, when I would go to the parties, I would see these handsome men, these handsome African men with women who weren't so attractive. And that's when he explained that to me, it made sense. It made sense. So they look at character. They look at, is this a woman I can build a future with? And he said, that's why they don't care how you look. He said, looks, we don't even look at look. And I said, well, what about love? And he lied. He said, we don't do love. There's no such thing as romantic love in their culture. No such thing as romantic love. So we come in with romantic love, but they don't know nothing about romantic love. They're looking at us the way they look at women. Is this a woman that's going to help? If they got kids, is this a woman that's going to help raise my kids? Is this a woman that's going to help instill good character in my kids? Does this woman have good character? Is she someone I can bring around my family? Is she someone I can introduce to the public proudly? This is what they care about because they're going to make the money, honey. Only ES is the one trying to buy these African men. And the passport grannies, they believe in buying African men, but you can't buy no. Your pockets ain't deep enough to buy no African man. You can't buy him. You can't buy him. They think you can, and they sending the message out that you can, but that's a whole lie. You can't buy them because that's their job to take care of the family. So no matter how much money you got, it's not going to buy him. I am constantly complimented by African men because of my yeah, and that's what they say. They say you're humble, and that's what they like. That's what they like. When they say you're humble, that's like saying you're the most beautiful person in the world. Because to them, oh, a humble woman, oh my God. That is what they find so attractive is humility. Yeah, believe it or not. They marry for what they can get out of the marriage and not for love. Exactly. But she just put it in she kind of just put it point blank. I put it in a nice way. But she's right. What can I get out of this? What can we get as a couple? Can we make money moves as a couple? Or are we just going to be sitting here struggling together like ES and Ben Man trying to come up off each other? Is that what we're going to be doing? Or is this somebody I know I can build with? I can build, she's going to build. We're going to build together. See, Ben Man had nothing to build with. He had to get on her stuff. He had nothing. Gen Z is changing. They are developing more emotional intelligence. Love is important. Yeah, now they are. She's right. The younger people are like that. Yes, she's absolutely right. So she's right. So if you meet somebody, I'll say 40, the 40 and under, they are like that. They're not going for that. I'm married for what you can do for me. They wanted, because see, remember the 40 and under, they grew up on seeing our culture, listening to our music, watching our videos. So they understand this is romantic love. Ooh, I like this romantic love. This is different. So this person is right. African kids have PSD due to the lack of, oh no, don't say that. Don't say that. That's terrible. Truth that sounds like most of the men everywhere, for real, yeah. That's what I know. Men are like no matter where you go. They all got little issues. You just got to decide what you can deal with and what you cannot deal with. All right, that's what you got to do. You got to make a list of what I can deal with this, but I can't deal with that. That's all you got to do, because they're the same. That's what I tell people. The black men, they the same. They just got different accents, but they're pretty much the same. They're pretty much the same. Eat, blue jay, migrate to the next man. Exactly, that's what she does. And then come on YouTube and tell us about it. Yeah, comes on YouTube and tell us about it. Sorry, that's why. Okay. Sorry, that's why. Yeah. Sorry, this is why many are. Yes, she's right. That's why they have successful marriages. They'll have a lot of things, because they're not looking at if she's cute, because the cute girl might not be smart. The cute girl might not be humble. The cute girl might be selfish. Yeah, we are trying to be Romeo and Juliet, and they're trying to be James and Florida Evans. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now let's go down here, and we're going to see what lie. This is how she lied. Now we're painting the picture. We want you to see. We're presenting the evidence. We're building the case. We're asking the question. Does eat love migrate / DIY house and farm / ES? Does she claim to be a victim of DV just to scam her subscribers? And now I'm going to present you this case, the case of Prince Ayoko. Let's look at this.
Physically attack me, physically to beat me, beating me like a man would beat a man.
Remember, this is delightful. This is D again, okay, y'all? Now, this is when she got put out and she on the side of the road. All right, so now she on the side of the road.
Yoko has attacked me. He's thrown his...
Ayoko has attacked me. Ayoko has attacked me. Ayoko has attacked me. But you don't have not one mark on your face. You don't have no one, because if somebody attacked me, I'm going to be like, look, he did this to me. Look, he did this to me. Look, he did that to me. He put his hands on me. We don't see none of that. This is 3-4 years ago. We haven't seen it yet.
Cell phone at my face. Of course, I lashed back because it's a natural.
He threw the phone at my face. Narcissist coming in. Of course, I attacked back. So I'm justified in my attacking back. Narcissist.
I guess reaction to when someone's abusing you. He not only did it in the house, attacking me out of my sleep while he was giving his apology. After he's giving his apology to you guys, that fake ass apology that you guys ate up, while I was patiently laying down in my bed, trying to recuperate so that I could leave.
See how she scolded her subscribers? She act like a dude. You right. She act like a dude because you hear her scold. She passive aggressively scolds them. While I'm laying down in my bed and you're on here eating up, you're just eating up what he's saying to you.
Leave today while you guys are praising him. Yeah. You guys are so naive.
Listen, an abusive man, they swear, don't they? You're so naive. You're so naive. You know nothing because I got to belittle you and I got to humiliate you. So now she's doing this to her subscribers. Wow. My mind is blown. The devil always show you who he is. Always.
Nobody speaks up. Just like here, I was packing my things up. These little boys, everybody watched me pack my things up because everybody believes what he says. When I tell you that I just saw the devil.
Now, if he had beat her, let me tell y'all about African culture. The Nigerian dude, my ex-Nigerian, me and him would have been just such friends, great friends. We should have never got together as a couple. We should have just stayed friends because I learned so much from this guy, okay? So let me show you this part. Let me share this with you. Why she's saying they just all watched Oyoko beat her like a man. That is a lie straight from the pit of hell, okay? Because they're going to intervene. Nobody's going to let you in Africa, Gambia, Nigeria, Ghana, nowhere are the people going to stand around and let you get beat like a man. And they do nothing. There was a lady who was getting beat by her boyfriend in Nigeria, right? She was outside. They were fighting. I felt so bad. They were fighting, okay? And you could tell it was a poor couple and it's just struggling hard times. They were fighting bad. And she was hanging with him for a minute. But he got the best of her. And he was beating her pretty bad, like a man. And you should have seen all the neighbors run outside and get them apart. So it's really hard for me to believe that all these people, especially when beating, some men do put their hands on their wives. Well, let me tell you, that is not something that people don't frown upon. Okay? It's not. It's not. What she's saying is done.
Didn't believe it. He'd like to get that rise out of me. I've never been in a domestic violence relationship, ever. Me and Oyoko aren't even here, like together in a relationship. We broke up almost.
Okay, remember she said she never been in a domestic violence relationship, right? But then she's gonna say, I've never had a man lay hands on me 2 times in one night. So that means you've had a man lay hands on you 1 time in one night.
4 or 5.
Said, is she lying about DV? Is she lying about Prince Oyoko committing DV against her? I believe she is, and that's why he had to make that video to tell you what kind of person this is. This person, you cannot be trusted. All she cares about is herself. That's all she wants is her project. This woman wanted him to get, like he said, she wanted to get in my head so I would give her some free land.
5 months ago. But he's been trying to hold on and make me do something that I don't want to do because I knew that there was something not right. You see? But you guys over there praising him, giving him acknowledgement, loving all of his kind words when this man has physically abused me. I ain't even received nothing like that in the States. I ain't ever had no man put hands on me twice in the same night.
But she said earlier she never been in an abusive relationship. So which one is it? She can't even keep her lies straight. That's how you know this is a pathological liar. Just like I told you. Now I'm seeing the masculinity of the abusive male masculinity. I'm seeing that.
While he's over there lying to you guys, greetings, brothers and sisters. All praises to you around the world, diaspora, Black Africans. You all fell for the kidoke. Notice I didn't come on there. I didn't say nothing because I was recuperating from all of the drama from last night that you guys were eating up then. I never saw so many gullible people in all of my life.
Listen, do you see how she's talking to people? These are her subscribers she's talking to. Whoever said that they saw the masculinity, you're absolutely right. Because this is how an abusive man will talk to you. This is how a man, when you're in an abusive relationship, this is how he talks to you. Just like this.
I've never seen so many weak people in all of.
Well, that's what he's going to say. You're weak. Everything she's saying is what an abusive man says to a woman.
My life. And you guys can dislike me all you want. All I do is sit back and watch, and I listen at the weakness in people. They're so scared.
Wow.
Who's gonna pay my bill? You know, we want him to like me. All these hood rats trying to get over here, talking about he didn't.
See, you see what she called her subscribers. That's what she thinks of you all who are on here trying to defend her. This is what she thinks of you. All of the ones who are writing her, trying to tell us, talking about you want to go to Ghana. You think she changed her mind because she changed her name? You think the way she feel about you has changed? I don't think so.
He didn't pay for not a cent of that project. He helped in some things, yes. But unfortunately, he somehow wrapped his mind around that's like his project. It's our project, everyone in the community that helped, but I paid for it. So therefore it makes it mine. It's in my name, you see? This man has physically attacked me.
I paid for it, so it makes it mine. What did I tell y'all? I don't care if you do pay for it. It's not yours. He blocked off the road to get to Bonsu Micro Village, and Bonsu Micro Village has been destroyed. She don't own nothing. Nothing. All she owns is them little raggedy clothes that she has in her closet.
Physically to beat me. Beating me like a man would beat a man. And all these men and women around here did absolutely nothing.
So why don't we hear any of them saying it? Why don't we have any witnesses? Why don't we have any proof? Why don't we have anything to back? There's nothing to back up what she's saying.
So what is this for Bonsu Micro Village? At this point, it is in straight up limbo. When I saw the wickedness in his eyes tonight, when he saw me screaming at the top of my lungs in anger at just the stupidity of everybody that sat here and did nothing, he laughed and he recorded me screaming to show the world me. Look at the real ES. Yeah, this is the real me. I'm quiet. I chill out. I watch. I listen. And next thing you know, we got this.
It's always the victim. I'm the quiet kid. No, you're the evil kid in the back with the voodoo doll in your desk, sticking it with the scissors and the pencil.
Bullshit. I never thought in a million years that a Yoko would ever put his hands on me. We ain't even been together physically like that. To have that much passion and hate towards me.
What does that mean? We haven't even been together physically like that. So y'all think she was just doing the BJs on him? Y'all think she was just doing? Y'all think she was just doing y'all think she was just passing out the what are they called? What we call it, y'all? The Blue Jays? Because she said, I haven't even been with him physically like that. What does that mean? She ain't passed out the Blue Jays yet.
Because
she just passed out Blue Jays. She don't give out the coochie coupons. Is that what? No, that ain't true because she said she paid him with the coochie coupon. So I don't know what that means. We haven't even been together like that. Yes, you have. That's a lie too.
I chose to do some business in other regions, like help other people get on because I met new friends. I meet new friends.
Look, I met new friends. I got new friends. I met new friends. Is that the policeman? Is he your new friend now? Because Vin Man was your new friend then. This woman is ridiculous.
And then we talk about business. We want to grow. We want to develop.
Look, what do the man say when we catch him, y'all? When we catch him with this number in his phone, what do they say? Oh, I'm just networking. This just the business call. I just work with her. This ain't nothing like this. This just a friend. Why you tripping? She a dude. She a dude.
He got jealous of that. What else could it possibly be? I'm a grown adult who left for 2 hours last night and he flipped. That is what happened. So this is the real situation. This motherfucker fucked up everything for all of us. I've been working my ass off, and this motherfucker and his weakness fucked it up for all of us.
What did he mess up? Because she was playing him like he said. Like he said. She was playing him like he said. She was trying to get in my mind. She was trying to get my land for free. And she mad because I didn't give it to her. She was trying to manipulate me for everything she wanted. And I said no. This woman is trash.
How can I go there? How can I rest there? How? This motherfucker put his hands on me. I never seen no weak shit. Now I know how weak that is for a man to attack a woman. This shit is wild. It's wild. Now that I'm on the other side of it, it is the weakest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I don't give a fuck who's waking up to hear this shit, because it's not right.
What does she mean? Sorry about that. It was muted. What does she mean when she said, now that I'm on the other side? Does she mean now that I'm on the receiving side? Now that I'm not dishing out the DV, it feels different? What does she mean by that?
He talks about all these American people, they're so wicked and they doing all this shit. I ain't never experienced no American man putting his hands on me. I've never experienced no man putting their hands on me. Like, damn. Like, damn, you that in love that you gotta hurt me like that? That's not.
We know that's a lie, because you ain't exposed her for that. She claimed it was, well, we don't know. Because, honey, she claimed that the husband was abusing her, and that's why they got the divorce. But according to the kids, honey, she was cheating on the husband. I remember that video. Them kids was telling everything. They was like, we ain't staying here with you.
Love. There's nothing love about physically abusing somebody. Waking them up after you finish apologizing to the world, but you ain't apologized to me. And
I'm sorry, y'all. The mic was muted. This is how you know this lady is a narcissist, right? Why don't you go? How do you lay down and go to sleep after all of that in this man's house? How? What you're supposed to do is pack your things and leave. Tell Vin Man, wait down the street for me. I'm going to get my stuff. I'm leaving. But you think you're going to do what you want to do and walk in this man's house and then go to sleep? Girl, bye. Not in this country and not in Ghana. And honey, definitely not in the Gambia.
And when I don't entertain that shit, when I see through it, he just got enraged. Because I'm like, you have to, you do realize you just put all this shit in the hands of my enemies, people that like me who dislike me for various reasons. You went and you just showed them all of your hands, right? So this is how I'm talking to him. You went and showed them all of your hands. They recording your shit like, what the fuck you think this is? I've been on YouTube for 10 years. I know you don't do this shit.
You don't do it. She mad because Ayoko told us everything about her. She's mad because she know people like me will go research it and find it. We'll go research it and find it. That's why I always kept my past clean. That's why I never did anything. Because I was raised as a child to know, to always know that what you do in the past, you can't never run from that. Never. So I kept myself clean. I kept my background clean. I kept my nose clean. I kept my head up, legs closed, and eyes open. Maybe that's what ES should have done. You think?
Shit, you don't do this. So I'm like trying to like reason with him, like, why do you have to talk? Like you don't listen. Like I'm trying to explain it. He's still talking over talk. Never listen to nobody. He's the almighty, all wise. He's so successful. You know, that's how he treats people. You know, like he's just much more successful.
He is much more successful than you. He's a prince. You're nobody from the United States of America. You're a nobody. You're a nobody from this country. You have nothing in this country. Nothing. Nothing. You can show nothing that you have in this country. That man is a prince. He comes from royalty. Guess what? Guess what? Do it yourself. Whatever your name is, house and farm. Guess what? Guess what? On his worst day, he is better than you. On his worst day, he is better than you. Okay? Do we get that? Oh, Lord.
Than everybody. And it's very difficult because we were supposed to be friends, like good friends. But he, I don't know, became a little too possessive. And I'm sorry, that's not where I'm going in life. Possession and holding shit like that is not good.
She lying.
It's not good for the spirit. It's not good for the soul.
She lying. She didn't even tell us here. She had the opportunity to tell us here that that the ancestors and the oracle turned her down, that they rejected her 5 months ago. She lied. We had to find that out from you, Ian. We had to find that out from him. If she was real, she would have told us right here what was really going on. She didn't tell us what was really going on. She's still trying to make it seem like this man abused her. No, you abused yourself.
You know, there has to be levels of freedom. And he was upset because I chose to go do something else on New Year's Eve. That's how this all started. Because I chose to do something else. Nothing romantic, just chilling with my new friend because I'm a grown-ass woman. You know what I mean? And I want to sit in positivity. And
this is a lie from the pit of hell. She said, I was just chilling with my friend, with my new friend. We wasn't doing nothing. You out with a man that you videotaping yourself kissing and getting ready to get into bed with. And you trying to come on YouTube and tell us you wasn't doing nothing with that man that night. Why do we even know that? Why do we even need to know that? We don't care about that. But you had to say that because you trying to justify it. She trying to clean it up, honey. She trying to clean it up. But she was practicing her squats that night and passing out free Blue Jays to everybody. Here's a Blue Jay. There's a Blue Jay. There's a Blue Jay. Here's a Blue Jay. Yeah, because that's how I do it.
Peace. I don't want to just fake that shit and say it on YouTube, but actually live it. You see what I'm saying? I've never been so hurt in all of my life. This whole experience. I'm sitting on the curb right now.
She mad because she got exposed. She mad. She just mad, honey. She mad. She mad because Prince exposed her and Prince told us that she just a train. They treat her like a train going up north. Everybody gets a ride. Everybody gets to ride.
Now with all my stuff right here, this is what Prince of Queens has done. So I will not, I can never, ever endorse Queen's Guest Home. I will never. I'm so sorry, you guys. I am so very sorry. I did not know that it can get to this. I would never promote this place, ever. I would never promote anything that he do. And as a matter of
she doesn't have to. The Queen's Lodge, it's really nice. I showed y'all. She doesn't have to promote nothing. He don't need her. See, this is, again, narcissistic thinking. And narcissists will be sociopaths or psychopaths also, okay? They can be both of them, all right? Now, she keeps thinking she's building this man. She's not. This is the queen. This is the criteria for the passport, Granny. This is her. This is her. I built this man. He's nothing without me. Belittle him, emasculate him, cut him off at the knees. She mad.
Fact, when I was doing, like when I told you guys that I was doing divinations and all this stuff, I have my own separate system, Chief. I don't go through a yoko. And so people somehow would just show up and then find a yoko.
Greetings to all of you, family and friends on YouTube. ES is backing out of my house. After the live stream, I came in, decided to tell her what I did on my live stream. But all of a sudden, she decided to downplay me. And she can't downplay me, but she can only fool herself. She's backing out of myself, out of my house. That is her belongings over there.
I'm physically abuse me in front of the camera now.
I'm here.
Look at you.
I'm here.
What is this?
This is you. Yes.
You're
You don't want to hear the truth. I'm not weak.
You're so fake for the camera.
Yeah. You see how you no, I'm not.
It's so weak. This is an abusive. This is the abuser. This man said nothing abusive to her. This woman, everything she treats, it's here for you to see. Take it or leave it. I don't care. I don't care. My job is to present the information. What you do with it is up to you. You can continue to follow this witchy witch if you want to. You can continue to do whatever you want to do. But my job is to inform you on who you following. And my job is to let you know. You better not go to Ghana acting like this. Because I can guarantee you one thing, it is not going to end well. I promise you, it will not end well.
I'm not.
If you're not drunk, then you're a head case.
Did you buy me a drink? Did you buy me a drink?
No.
Did you see how?
And you all sat there.
So did you see how my brother is pleading with her? And she's disrespecting.
This is your tradition.
Look, you see.
Hit women, and you're talking.
You see.
You hit women.
You see.
Still running your mouth.
You see how she's
You
disrespecting.
hit women. You got your hands in your pocket.
You see how she's disrespecting my brother.
But at this point, we still haven't seen any bruises. Now, at this point, he has beat her twice, according to her, like a man. By this point, he's beat her twice like a man, but no bruises. No bruises. Not one. But he beaten her like a man twice at her sleep.
The eldest brother in my family. This is her wife, Napal. You see, who has been washing her clothes ever since she's here. You see how she disrespect them. You see, you are down, but you don't know you are down. Are you gonna knock me? I'm not gonna knock you. I'm not gonna hit you.
You don't see this wickedness in your brother?
I'm not gonna do anything to you. I'm not gonna do anything to you. But I'm gonna share it to the world.
He said, I'm not gonna hit you. Because this man knows. Because he has character. I don't have to do this to you. I'm gonna show them who you are. I'm gonna show them. And the wise people are gonna know that this lady is evil, and I'm not going to follow her, and I'm not going to give her a dime because she's a user and she's a manipulator.
To know who you are.
Thank you. Let them know who I am.
Yeah.
I don't sit back.
No man can abuse you in this world. It is your character that will abuse you.
My character abuses.
Sure. Just look at me. Look at my body. Look at me. Ever since I come back from your project, I did not get the shower.
You're not full.
Did you pay me?
No. Are you serious?
Did you pay me?
Bitch, you got paid in pussy. Kick rocks.
What is pussy?
Dumbass.
You invited me for the pussy.
You feel me?
You invited me for the pussy.
Dude, you so dumb.
Every time I hear this whole exchange, I am just blown away. I am just so blown away because all this Martha Stewart house and farm and I'm this homemaking lady. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're just as bad as those women that you talk about. You are those women that you talk about.
You guys don't believe this.
You invited me for the pussy.
Away with this.
No man can abuse you in this world. It is your character that will abuse you.
My character abuses.
Sure. Just look at me. Look at my body. Look at me. Ever since I come back from your...
And that's what we show on here. The character. It is their character that abuses them. It is their character that shows us who they are. It's not me. It's not the comment section. It's your character. That's what they get mad at. That's when they become furious because their character, their entire character is on display and we see who they really are. And that's when they get mad. That's when they get mad. So that's who she is. That's her. That's what she says happened. And that's what he says happened. And after hearing both sides of the stories, there's no abuse there. I don't think there's any abuse there at all. I don't think there was any abuse there at all. Yeah, probably so. Childhood trauma, yeah, probably. It's some kind of trauma, but she needs to fix that. That's not our job to fix that, and that's not your job to show. I mean, we don't want to see that. No, it's not going to end well. It's not. I promise you that. How can it? How can it? First of all, in a foreign country, all alone and acting like a lunatic. Exactly. She really is nuts. In a foreign nation, betraying grown people. Yes, grown people with power. She better be glad this man was raised the way he was raised. You know? Yeah, she better be glad of that. Dysfunctional people that's all that go to Africa, y'all. The dysfunctional people. That's why I told y'all I never was a part of any of the organizations about Africa because it was just full of nuts. Didn't you watch the middle? Okay. Yeah, they talking about coming to America. All right. The prince wanted to cash in on that coupon night, but she was out with another man. Oh, that was sad. Yeah, that was sad. It wouldn't end well if you get a man who's not, yeah. Cause see, he just let her go. You know, he just let it go. It's the end of it to him. He took the videos down. He was very gentlemanly, like free blue. Yeah, she passing out free Blue Jays all over Ghana. The policeman about to get him some Blue Jays, and he don't even know it. But he might know. He might know. All right, now this next video. So this is after I watched those two videos, that's when I'm like, oh yeah, this lady's a liar. She screams DB when the man won't do what she wants him to do. When the man won't give her what she wants him to give her, then she screams DB. And then when she's with the woman, that's when she's abusive to her. She's the male and she's the dominant one. And she tries to shame her, belittle her into submission. That's what I'm picking up. And again, this is just my opinion. What is the solution for ES for her to heal or move on with her life? She got to heal herself. We can't figure out her life for her. We don't know her solution. She too old now, though. She going to be like this to the day she died, for real. She's too old. She's too old. She's not going to change. She's going to try to come up with a new scam. That's what I predict. She's going to try to reinvent herself from all of this. She's going to try to, make her views go back up, start all over again. She'll get her a new boyfriend, start all over again, do a new channel, do everything, like she always does. Like she always does. She'll just reinvent herself. People will be there. She'll do her little spell stuff like she did before. She'll do that, to get y'all to follow her and get y'all to give her money, get y'all to watch, That's what I predict. She's going to do because she can't come back here. She told y'all she ain't got nothing back here. I was shocked when I first witnessed this video on Facebook. A Nigerian I follow was showing the character of the American Black woman. Didn't I tell you? Because I know them. I've been around Africans for so long, and I've studied them. And I know when they see one of us acting a fool, we all might as well be acting a fool, because guess what? They're going to judge us all according to that one that they see. Is that fair? No. But is that what happens in life? Yes. Are they the only ones who do that? No. Everybody does that. That's why it's our job to hold each other accountable. Because if I let you be a passport granny and I don't check you on that, then that means I'm cool with that. So all you women running the Kinza Babes channel, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Because y'all supporting that. Ain't nobody on there telling her the truth. Y'all all lying to this woman. Playing games with this woman. Instead of telling her, hey, girl, that you making us all look bad. You need to rethink your position. Are times that hard that you got to go get your grandson? Are they that hard? But no, they don't say nothing. People just act like it's okay. They act like they don't see it. And then I'm like, how can you even take advice from these type of women? Because you're that type of woman. You're that type of woman. That's why. Sorry, but I tend to believe her as far as, no, I don't believe it. And I can tell you why I don't believe it, because I've seen no evidence. Now, why do you believe it? Because we've seen no evidence. So I'm curious to why you believe it when we've seen no evidence, and you're a man and you know that women will do this, especially when weak, insecure women will do this when they can't control the man. The first thing they're going to say is he DB'd me. I would have moved out when they said, no, girl, honey, I would have been gone. I would have been like, okay, thank y'all for everything, but I got to go. But why did it take 2 years for you to go ask for it to be the wife? So she must have begged him for 2 years. For 2 years, she must have begged him to go ask for her hand in marriage, because they don't do that. I told you, what did I tell y'all about Islam? You can get married just like that. That's what I think. I was thinking parents must have displayed DB. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me do another one. Then we're going to go to the other one so we can carry up. In a foreign country, okay, we've seen that. All right. Now, after, what made me think about that was, like I told y'all, was a comment that I had gotten in the comment section on my channel. Now, let me pull that up and show y'all that. Where this lady was talking about her experience with ES. I don't know if she's still on here because we've been on here for a while, but she was on here a minute ago. Okay, and I'm gonna hurry up and just try to hurry up, y'all, because this is a weeknight and I gotta go tomorrow. I gotta go do some more things because we're getting ready for school to come back in. So, no, normally I'm not here. I'm normally in Africa. So this year I'm here. So I told him I would help out. So I got to go back and help some more tomorrow. So look at this. She says, let me read y'all this. So I got this in the comment section a couple of days ago. She says, she called me at midnight saying, please put money in my Western Union account because Ben Man was being abusive. After I sent the money, she got angry and asked me to stop calling to check if she was okay. Thank God I managed to reverse the money after a friend explained it was a scam. So that was this was actually the second comment that I had received about ES. This is the first one. It says, I'm so glad I ran across this channel and can only share my personal experience. A few months ago, she called me crying in the middle of the night, crying and breathing hard, saying that Ben Man was treating her badly. Hold on, let me see how she kept begging me to send. Hold on, y'all. Oh, here it is. She kept begging me to send money. Was in the account. She turned around and said she was back with Ben Man, according to advice from village elders. After the money was through, she got pissed off with me, calling to check to see if she was okay. The thing that really gets me is that I just opened up about my child's passing. And I want to say that I'm sorry about that because I know that's really hard. That is really something that's really hard. Okay. So thank you, for sharing that with us. And I want to say, and everybody on this channel want to send you our sincere condolences, about your child passing, because that's terrible. Now listen to what her response was once she opened up about her child passing. She says, her response was, and I will quote verbatim, "Oh, hell no. That's not what we're going to do. You not going to put your sadness on me." Because she's already sad. She don't need nobody else's sadness. So she rejected all the pain that this lady was in because she's too concerned about her own. Listen to this, y'all. Then she blocked me. But thank God I managed to recover I think that was the last one. It was her money. All right. But I'm not done. I have more. Let me go get this other ones. Okay. So let me let y'all hear this one. What do y'all see? Let me see. Hold on, let me show y'all the other one. No, hold on, let me show y'all the one I got. There's more. There's more. So you can't say, oh, Kiki Loves Nigeria said all this. Kiki Loves Nigeria said nothing. She commented on a video where you said everything and where Prince Yoko said everything. And then she commented on a letter that someone wrote her about her experience with you, ma'am. These are not me saying anything about making anything up about you and Thin Man, making anything up about you and Prince Yoko. Oh, no, ma'am. Oh, no, ma'am. I presented you the facts. These are facts. These are primary sources. Everything I'm reading you is a primary source. Everything I'm showing you is a primary source. I'm saying nothing. I'm just giving my opinion. Now let us continue. Let us continue. Because y'all got to hear this story. Y'all have got to hear this. So I'm still not feeling domestic abuse. After that, she says, I offered her to come and stay with me in East Africa, take a break, and then try to fix things with Thin Man. But she said the only passport she has is a Sierra Leonean passport. That's when the visa complications came in. So why doesn't an American have an American passport? Remember, Prince Yoko said she was in some type of legal trouble in the United States? Some people have speculated, and it wasn't me. I didn't speculate it, but I'm just concurring that that could be it, that she could owe child support. I think I did say child support, though. Yeah, child support. Child support will make you lose your passport. Because once she got divorced, I'm sure the ex ordered her to pay child support. I'm sure he was just not going to let her walk out of that relationship and not pay anything for them kids. Okay. So she said that's when she started running into visa complications. Okay. Now, again. Okay. So this person says, this is somebody else, and they're saying, wow, I'm glad you're finally speaking up on this low down woman. She literally doesn't want the world to know her real name because she knows people can look her up and find out all the baggage. And they will. They will. They will. But nobody knows her real name. And the real person that's behind her name. She doesn't want people to know she filed bankruptcy and skedaddled to Africa for 7 years for ulterior motives until her 7 years is up and she has a new open line of credit to do what she pleases. Well, that's kind of not true. So let me explain it to you. So the passport laws are, once your passport laws, the bankruptcy laws are, once the bankruptcy has, I think, been cleared, the court, I forgot the name, but once it goes through the court system, I think you got to wait like 3 or 4 months, and then your credit pretty much starts over again. But you can't file again for 7 more years. Well, that's to clear it all. You can file for the one, you can consolidate, but you can't clear it for another 7 more years. Okay. So that's what this lady says about ES. So no, Kiki's not saying anything. That's that one. Again, I made copies of them because I didn't want to not have them. Okay, so that might be all the one on that one. So let me go up here and get the rest of them. So I didn't want to not have them all for y'all because it was so many of them. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this one. This is not even half of it. Okay, hold on. Let me read this one. Here's another one. I don't think I read that one. So no, this is not me. I don't have time to lie. I don't have time to fabricate stuff. I'm busy. This is not even the half of it. When she was called, oh, listen to this one, y'all. She said, this is not even the half of it. When she called, breathing hard, crying, saying she had nowhere to go or stay, can I organize a plane ticket and visa to a safe place? This is the same lady that she accused of wanting her coochie. I worked hard to do so, believing that she was in danger for domestic violence. Then she actually had the nerve to call me and say I could stop calling her like my husband. Oh, see, she said stop calling her like she is her husband. Okay. What kind of BS is this? I asked you, just trying to help. So let's keep going. We read that one. Okay. So I think I got all of those. Okay, let me double check. Because, oh yeah, I told y'all, I come with the receipts. I don't have to make up nothing. All right, so that was it. Those were all of them. And the one I read you on my channel, the two I read you that were on my channel. Now, that made me really start thinking, all right? And that's when I remember this video from Unapologetic Negro Pen. And that's when he broke it all the way down. He broke it all the way down. All right, let me go back. So listen to this.
When I first started this channel, I made sure I laid down a few ground rules. Rules that I would keep no matter if I had 1,000 subscribers or 1 million. One of those rules is that I would never allow anything to come in between stopping me from asking particular questions on particular subjects. This has led me down a road where I have invariably trodden on a few people's toes. And today is no different, as I'll be asking a very uncomfortable question, a question which most people have tried to avoid. Nobody has come with any real convincing argument that she is anything other than a red-blooded heterosexual until today. Hello and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. In today's video, today we have allegations of ritual lesbian initiations into occult organizations. All of these organizations have some association with Eat, Love, Migrate, the Empress Shaha. When you add this to the allegations and the rumors that have been circling for quite some time now, we have come to the point where we need to ask ourselves this question. Is ES a lesbian, or at least bisexual? Or is she using these rumors to solidify her female lesbian support network? Now, let's be honest, a lot of it is rumors and conjecture. But when we add the rumors and the conjecture to what I have researched, those questions actually seem pretty reasonable. Thus, I'm not going to actually attempt to answer the question. What I will do is I will give you the information that I have, and we're going to allow you to come up with your own conclusions. A few questions I will have for you, though, is to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification, and consider supporting us on our Patreon. So a lot of you probably saw the thumbnail and thought, here we go again. But whilst we have been looking into ES over the last few weeks and she's been under the scrutiny of the public, it's important that we bring this up so we can speak about it. So many of you who have been following ES, who know ES, will have heard these rumors before. There are a number of reasons why I have brought this question up. You see, I know for a fact that there is a large percentage. No, stop, just stop. Jesus, sorry about that. You see, I know that there is a large percentage of ES's female supporters who hope that the answer to the question, is ES a lesbian, is yes. In one live, she did make her thoughts on the LGBTQ community known. Like most YouTubers, ES has shied away from doing any type of video when it comes to the LGBTQ community in Africa. Now, I have made a whole video about the LGBTQ community that you can view yourselves in the link in the description. When ES came out the closet about her relationship with Prince Ayoko, a number of her female supporters were extremely unhappy with the fact that she had started a relationship with this man. One of these so-called superfans is a lady by the name of Pastor Alf from the African Unite Force. Now, she has what some would call an unhealthy obsession with ES. She is more than a staunch supporter. She is absolutely besotted with ES, to the point in which she made this rather creepy video with this unsettling background music proclaiming to be her long-lost sister. Being that she is such a staunch supporter and protector of ES, you would have thought she would have ran to ES's aid when she was in trouble up there at Prince Ayoko's compound. But she didn't do anything. Not a word. No videos. No words of support. No, nothing. And the reason for this is simply because she didn't mind it happening. She didn't want these two to be together in the first place. So she is a supporter of same-sex relationships, and she has a significant number of her fan base that are at least closet homosexuals. But that doesn't make her a lesbian, does it? No, of course not. Now, it was a live video that she made on the 4th of October, but since then she has deleted a number of her videos, which is a shame really, because there were some pretty good videos inside there that I was using for reference. Fortunately, she kept part of the live video that she did on October the 4th up on her YouTube channel. The live video was a one-on-one chat with none other than Faris.
This dude right here, Ferris, right? Ferris used to do the divinations with her. They were partners in this in this divination project, this divination business that they were doing together. But funny, after ES got mad at everybody, then the divination project business became a bunch of scammers.
In the live session, Faris resoundingly confirms that all Africans of all genders or sexualities are all welcome back in Africa, as Africa belongs to all Africans.
A bastard or something like that, and that is unfortunate. And then I always urge people with African descent that Africa is a home that is over ready to welcome whoever, because this is your land. It's not like you don't have a place, so don't allow yourself to be discouraged and abused just for it to look as if you don't have a place. You have a home in Africa, and Africa will ever be ready to welcome you.
In the video, ES makes it clear that she is not against the LGBTQ community in Africa. Still, this proves absolutely nothing. What we need to do is look at the organizations and the people that she associated herself with in the past. So in order to get a clearer picture...
What did he say? You look at what? The organizations, and you look at the people. That's going to tell you everything you need to know about that person.
We need to take a look at the people and the organizations that she has associated herself with in the past. One of these organizations is an organization that we have made many videos about. For those of you who don't know who the Intelligentsia is, the Intelligentsia was a school for diviners which was set up by the late, great Chief Amachi. Yes.
Remember, you can't go to school to be a diviner. You can't go to school to be a seer. You can't go to school to learn how to do divination. It is a gift that you are born with. You have to be born with this gift. It is a gift from God. You know how God says in the Bible, he gives you gifts. Okay. That's one of the gifts. Nobody can teach you that. So if you think they're teaching you that, I'm sorry, they're taking your money.
We are talking about Chief Amachi's Intelligentsia. They seem like a pretty genuine organization. Yeah, it was made to make money for Chief Amachi, but there didn't seem to be anything seedy underneath the covers. And then I started to hear rumors of sexual initiation practices used by Chief Amachi in order to lure certain people into the organization into sexual activities. Now, one woman that made the accusation against Chief Amachi was a beautiful tarot card reader by the name of Ayodelibri Osorion. She claimed that Chief Amachi would ask his female subjects to perform sexual acts such as threesomes and orgies because the gods told him so. And such acts were a necessary part of the initiation process. She purported that Chief Amachi would also watch his female subjects delve into lesbian sex acts in front of him as part of the initiation process. Furthermore, she made these claims inside private chat rooms, so she wasn't looking for any exposure. With the death of Chief Amachi, many people started to forget about these accusations and these rumors, and a lot of the women who had to deal with this could not find closure simply because the man that they were accusing was not there anymore. You also got to remember that Chief
this is what they were saying was happening. These women were going there trying to develop this gift of divination, where they could do, like, they can see into about people, places, and things and tell you. All right. So they were going to this school, but part of the initiation, these women are saying that Chief Amechi would have the women do intimate acts together, and he would, I don't know if he watched or if he participated, but he would have them do intimate acts together, and that was the part of the initiation. So what UN is saying now is that he believes that if everyone else had to participate in this, he believes that do-it-yourself house and farm, what's her name, ES, he believes she participated also, simply because everyone had to, because this was part of the initiation. And again, this Facebook, what he's saying, I read all of that, and that was crazy what I was reading. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe what they were saying was going on in this initiation process. And what I didn't understand is why would you participate in something like that? Why would you participate in something where they're calling you to do something like that, unless you wanted to do that? That's the only thing I can think of. You want to do that.
Marchi, his school was centered around women. It was focusing primarily on women. And clearly this was not the only time that it happened. As sad as this story is, it still doesn't prove that ES is a lesbian, or at least bisexual. But what it does tell us is that she was involved in an organization where there were some rumors going around with people who haven't openly admitted it, right? I mean, they've spoken inside closed chat rooms, right, in order to keep their business private. So they weren't doing this for clout, okay? And these people are hurt. You can tell by this lady that
they feel violated. They feel like, they were going there to, like they always say, these women be traumatized. But some of them really had some bad things happen to them. Like they were going to ES because they had like some really bad things happen to them, and they wanted to be healed from this, because they were like, I believe they were telling them that if they didn't get this stuff done, they wouldn't be able to have healthy relationships. It was something like that. I could be off a little bit. If I am, forgive me, ES, but it was something like that. Okay.
Is hurt by the fact that her trust in Chief Amachi was sort of used in order to give him sexual satisfaction. Another organization that ES was involved with is one which many of you will probably already know. And that organization is the Temple of the Black Madonna. Yes, we're talking about the Shrine of the Black Madonna.
There's another organization she was involved in. Y'all better run. If y'all see ES coming, you better run. Just run. Men, just run. Women, run. If you bisexual, you like women, don't look at that woman. Run. Run.
Now the stories coming out.
Now she's in the Temple of the Black Madonna.
This Christian organization in the United States are so sordid, so perverted that I can't actually mention most of it on YouTube. Orgies, threesomes, and even worse. The allegations.
This is what go on in the Temple of the Black Madonna. Lord, she was in this organization too. This woman must got an SEX problem. I told y'all to prove what we said last night about the spirit of seduction. The spirit of seduction. This is how he displays himself. Look, this. I can't even talk. Let's listen.
Being made by former worshippers at the Temple of the Black Madonna are so serious that they actually make Chief Amachi's allegations pale in comparison. Once again, they use sexual initiations for their female worshippers. including lesbian sexual initiation processes to prove to the elders that they are fully committed to the church. Won't go into more detail, as there is another video being made as we speak, which goes into far more detail about the Temple of the Black Madonna. So, can ES's affiliations with these organizations be all a coincidence? So we have a strong lesbian fan base, and we have ritual initiations into religious organizations, all attended to by ES herself. I'm hoping that you can see what situation I was in. I had this plethora of information which all suggested that ES was indeed a lesbian, which of course wouldn't be that much of a problem. What I didn't have was any hardcore proof that she was a lesbian. And let's be honest with ourselves, there is good reason for that. ES is a person who needs her image to be outstanding, especially on the continent. She needs to be able to portray an image of a person who personifies what an African-American woman should be.
Right.
Another thing that I saw, though, was that she didn't really do much to quell any of these rumors. She hasn't really outwardly spoken about her possible lesbian relationships and whether or not she is in the closet, whether she should even be talking about whether she is a lesbian or not. She is the kind of person who will jump on any type of accusation like this. So why would she just let it run its course? The reason for that is simple. ES's fan base, her supporters, her subscribers, her Patreon members, okay, all these people, a lot of these people are female, and a lot of them are female women who are indeed infatuated by ES. They don't just want to be ES, they want to be with ES. Oh, wow. The support she has garnered from her lesbian and bisexual closeted African supporters translates into money at the end of the day. So why would she denounce it? Why would she put it down? Why would she quell these rumors? Keep the rumors going. Why not? Okay. I haven't confirmed it, neither have I denied it. So let's leave it. Let's keep that section of my fan base on a string. Let's keep them there. Let them think whatever they want to think. What matters is that they keep paying me. So let's face it, ES was in a good place. She had no reason to rebuttal those rumors. Plus, on the African continent, same-sex female relationships and same-sex male relationships are not seen as the same. Same-sex relationships between women are frowned upon, but they are not as heavily criticized as male-on-male relationships.
Okay, I'm going to stop right there. Don't believe that. Don't believe that. They don't play none of that in Africa, especially West Africa. I don't know about the other parts, but West Africa, they don't play that. They don't play that. So that's what we have. That's what he thinks, because this woman was a part of two organizations where their practice was for initiation was for women to be intimately involved with each other. And that was a sign to show loyalty and your commitment to the organization. Two organizations before she went to Ghana. That's why he said, and then he says there's a lot of closeted lesbians and bisexual women, Black American women, who are on her channel. Okay. And they got upset when she actually laid down and was intimate with the prince. And then we have her saying to the lady who I read you guys all those comments where she wrote all that stuff about her experience with ES. What did ES say to her? She said to her that she must want her coochie. So, do we know for sure? No. But one thing we do know for sure, we may not know about that for sure, but one thing we do know for sure is that she's a liar, and there was no DV with Prince Ayoko, and I doubt very seriously if there was DV with Vin Man, because Vin Man is a big old man, and if he would have put his hands on her, that woman would have been messed up. And furthermore, Vin Man lives in the village. The elders in the village are not going to let you do that, especially to your older elder, because they look at her as elderly. Y'all, their wives are 20-something. That's the age you get married, not her age. They look at her as the elderly wife with money. Okay, so they're really not going to let you hurt the elderly wife with money. So that's all a lie. So we proved that with her own words, with Prince Ayoko's words. Then, man, we don't really have, but we can go by those receipts of what the lady was saying. Because if Vin Man was that bad as she's saying, that he's so abusive, we got to get out of there right now, that they're calling the embassy to go check on her. And then she gets mad because it's a lie. It is a lie. If Vin Man was that bad, she'd be gone. She'd be gone. She told the lady to get her a ticket. And then she tells the lady, no, don't get me a ticket. No, don't get me a ticket. And then when the lady checks on her, she gets mad because the lady's checking on her. Y'all, this makes no sense. This is about money. This is about, I disrespect him and he checks me. I emasculate him and he checks me. And when he checks me, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say that he DV'd me. So I can go to these little silly women who believe everything I say and get some money from them. Well, she was wearing only one earring twice this week. It was the left ear one day, commonly swingingly gay. Right ear the other day, commonly swingingly witch. But we ain't supposed to know that. See, we're not supposed to know that. See, because we're not like that. She don't think we know this stuff. That's why I just laugh at her. I'm like, you're so silly. You're a silly girl. Wow. You're silly. That's what you are. And you using these men to get what you want. That's what you're doing. So, on that note, let's get to this other video, y'all, because we got to hurry up. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to present my case. And y'all know me. Y'all know I'm going to present a thorough case. Y'all know the receipts are going to have receipts, okay? Thank you, Alexis Fowler, for that. She actually said that. She actually said Kiki's receipts have receipts, and they do. Now, there is a video. This video. We're not going to watch all of this because y'all know we ain't watching all of Go Back to Africa. We ain't doing that. But I want y'all to see this part. This blew me away. When I was getting the show, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I could not believe the words that were coming out of her mouth. And I couldn't believe when I looked up and saw him sitting there. All right, y'all. For those who do not see when she's telling you that she's a witchy, and look at this. Look at all of that. No man, let me put y'all on game. Your African husband not gonna let you go on YouTube like this. He not gonna let you go nowhere like this except walking around the house. When you say, okay, baby, I'm about to make a video, you know what he gonna say? Oh, no, babe, you need to put something on. All of this hanging out, no, you don't even, no, sweetie, you can't go on TV like that. Ladies don't do that, baby. Ladies cover themselves up. Because, see, in Africa, this would be considered underwear. Yeah, these biker pants, we call them biker leggings or whatever they are. They wear them under dresses. So that's like underwear to them. This top, they'll wear that under, we call that a camisole. They'll wear that underneath the dress. So to them, she's sitting on TV with her underwear on. Now, how are we going to take this woman seriously? And she's sitting on TV with her underwear on. Okay, let's bring this one down, y'all, because I want y'all to see this. All right, now listen.
Praying to shrines because I thought that was the right thing to do, reclaiming my roots, dressing in African apparel as we're supposed to do, bowing to African gods, believing in African gods.
Now, who says that? I've been to Africa 12 times. I ain't never bowed to no African god. I ain't never prayed. And I ain't talking about, because most of the African gods either be Allah or God. She talking about traditional spirituality. That's what she talking about. Animism. Before the Islam, before the Christianity, there's a traditional African spirituality. It must not be Ifa, because I don't know. Ifa is one of them, but she's talking, I don't know what she's talking about, because this ain't Ifa.
Completely abandoning who I knew myself to be, because in America, they tell us that we are no people, that we don't know ourselves. We're just these slaves that, we don't know nothing, and we have to come back to Africa to find ourselves.
But you believe that, okay? You believe that. Who cares what people see? This is what I'm saying. This person never even learned how to adjust to American society. Who cares? Who cares? If she would have went further enough in school, she would have learned that African American, Black American people, they identify themselves. They always have. They never took the title of slave. They never embraced that. Never. And they said the way they knew they never embraced it was what they named their children. And I said, what do you mean? They said because they were finding, when they would do the census, that they would go to these Black Americans who were enslaved, and their kids would be named Liberty. Their kids would be named America. Their kids would be named Justice. Things like that. They said, though, the fact that the African American created their own names, and we still do that today, they said that is huge. That is huge. That means nobody can define me. I define myself. And it's just so unfortunate, ES, that you never got that lesson, that you never learned to define yourself, that you never learned self-authorship. And then you want to sit on this TV and say, all of us are like that. And that's a lie from the pit of hell. The insecure ones are like that, which is what you happen to be.
Some of you don't know this, but I was actually robbed during broad daylight, thrown out in the street after someone came crashing into my room. See, that predicament actually began by a very naive American who sent me there. That whole occurrence that everyone saw publicly, this is the thing, I'm not placing the blame. It's just that I would never send myself to harm. It's just that sometimes we as Americans, we lead ourselves into places that we don't know because we've never been there. We never experienced it. So yeah, I was one of those who was robbed during daylight. I can laugh now because I got through it. This American that led me there had never been there, is a leader for many that are going to those same shrines that I was going to. This American that led me to where I went and found my demise also led so many other Americans here to Ghana, to the shrines.
I think she's talking about Chief Montana. I think now she's talking about Chief Montana. This is what she do. Chief Montana sent you there to do spiritual work. Okay? He didn't send you there to sleep with Prince Ayoko. This lady's nuts. She's actually talking about Chief Montana. She's blaming him because she wanted to become a witchy witch. Wow. Remember, Chief Montana was the only one who would let her into his school after Chief Amechi kicked her out. And this is how she repaid Chief Montana. She sleeps with him, and then she makes a video saying that he's the reason she's into witchcraft. And no, ma'am, you're the reason you're into witchcraft.
To pray, to get divinations, to correct their illnesses, to be healed of this and that, to find money, to bring their families together, all this, and all of it is temporary. All of it is a scam.
See? All of it is a scam. Then why were you partaking in the scam? Why are you telling now? If you knew it was a scam, why didn't you say it was a scam? Why were you partaking in the scam? Because you were a part of the scam. If it was a scam, then Eat, Love, Migrate, DI Web Farm, whatever, she's a part of the scam too. Look at her. Oh, she's going to start.
Long story short, I found myself wanting to build community here. I wanted people to feel what I felt. I just thought it was the right thing to do, like lead people where you think they're supposed to be led. So it's almost as if I cast this spell upon myself, this illusion upon myself that I need to abandon everything that I was and that I was doing, everything that I knew, and come back and reclaim something that was just not there.
She did.
Another spiritual practitioner, shrine holder. After a few months, I was informed by the chiefs that that was a bad idea. because whom I was associated with, those whom said that they were helping me and doing all of these things, were actually thieves and parasites. I did not say these words. Neither did I really hear what the chiefs were saying at that time, because I'm new to the environment. I don't understand the language yet. Even when it's translated, they're telling you something, but we don't really hear it. Even when I was talking, when all of this stuff was happening, people didn't really hear me, because not only did the spell come over on me, it was on everybody that was around and looking. A complete.
Did y'all hear her? The spell came over her, and it came on everybody around her.
Spell to influence people to see us in a higher light. That this is,
and that's how y'all see her. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, that's all y'all. And then I say, well, where is she beautiful? What do you think is beautiful about her? What do you think is beautiful? Crickets. Oh, she's so beautiful. Because it was a spell put on everybody. Even her. That's why she thinks she's higher than what she is. That's why she doesn't know she's a tout. That's why she doesn't know she's a tout. She doesn't know. Because she told you there was a spell put on everybody. And I told y'all that. I told y'all I felt like there was a spell put on everybody. Because it makes no sense why Kenza Babe is almost 70 years old. And over there with a 20-year-old. And walking around proudly and got the nerve to get mad when you question it. Because she under the spell too. She just don't even know.
Whom I was associated with, those whom said that they were helping me and doing all of these things, were actually thieves and parasites. I did not say these words. Neither did I.
She did. She said the people who were helping her were thieves and parasites. She did say the words.
Really hear what the chiefs were saying at that time, because I'm new to the environment. I don't understand the language yet. Even when it's translated, they're telling you something, but we don't really hear it. Even when I was talking, when all of this stuff was happening, people didn't really hear me, because not only did the spell come over on me, it was on everybody that was around and looking. A complete spell to influence people to see us in a higher light, that this is the best thing to do for African Americans. Come back and claim your heritage and things like that.
Didn't I tell y'all that? Didn't I tell y'all that when we were talking last week or 2 weeks ago about the poppies? Didn't I tell y'all, but I don't know how they did the spell. Remember I said, I don't know how they're doing the spell, but they're doing this spell where we got this fake idea of what Africa is about, and everybody is still coming back. And they, even though they're seeing these women passing away, even they know the land is not going to be their land for long, even though they know all of that, they're still doing it.
So, like I said, all of that trauma, all of those bad things that were happening, I had already completely moved on from that very temporary relationship. But unfortunately, the internet can be extremely toxic. They create stories. They create a visual of what they want the African-American woman to be. We're not perfect, but neither are we looking really for problems. We're not looking for that. We're just trying to find a place to be safe and cool so that we can deal with our trauma. Even if we have trauma, just because a woman comes from America doesn't mean that she has trauma.
Exactly. These chicks do. Now, this is what y'all saying is beautiful. Look at that face. Look at this. Look at this. This is what y'all worshiping. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, she's so beautiful. This is what you are calling beautiful.
You know, or when you really think about it, sometimes maybe we just had some bad experiences, you know, but we moved forward. It's not really a big deal. So guys, here's how it went. When I'm coming into the realization that I've been bamboozled and that I've been robbed during daylight, I started working on myself, exercising, taking care of my mind, my heart, eating well, just focus on myself, focus on building. I meet my husband, my now husband.
So listen to that. When she was focusing on herself, getting away from all the witchcraft, all the divination, I worked on self. I cleaned up self. And then I met my husband. While you were still living in Prince Ayoko's house, when you were still around these people who you're calling witches, when you were still living with these people, when you were still eating these people's food, when this lady was still washing your clothes. Really?
And this is when the earthquake happened. This is really important, what I'm telling you guys, right? Because at that time, I was actually being groomed to be a spiritual leader of my group, of the people that would come here from America. I brought in hundreds of people who believed me. They were persuaded by...
What did she say? She brought in hundreds. She brought y'all in. She told y'all, are y'all crazy? She just said, I brought in hundreds. And she knew the goal was to get your money. She just told you. She knew the goal was to get your money. And she said, I brought in hundreds to be scammed. ES is a scammer. I brought in hundreds.
Pretty much everything that I said, because this is Africa. You're supposed to believe it, right? The spell was not only cast over me, it was cast over anyone who was wanting to connect this way. So
that's what the desire. That's it. That's it. So what they did, anybody, the spell was, this was a big spell. Anybody who wanted to connect with Africa, because you're putting that energy out there. I want to connect with Africa. I want to connect with Africa. Anybody who plugged into that, they were going to get got. And who was helping them get got? ES. Do-it-yourself farmhouse lady.
Like I just said, I had moved on from that situation, but I was still living within the compound because
How can you move on from the situation and you're still living in the situation? You can't. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Type of person that even though you're not seeing a person anymore, you can still be peaceful, right? Well, some people are not like that. So that is why we saw that blow up. And it almost looked like a love triangle.
No, it almost looked like she's a liar. It almost looked like a love triangle. How does it almost look like a love triangle? Just like how it almost looked like, just how you accidentally gave the police officer your phone number. Y'all better quit fooling with these type of people, okay? This woman done told y'all what she did to get y'all to fall in love with her. Women, men, she done told y'all. But don't no men love her. Don't no men love her. She done told y'all what she did and what she was down with. And y'all could keep on following this woman, keep on watching this woman, keep on going to Ghana behind this woman. And what you get, you get. And you can't throw a fit. So don't come on YouTube throwing a fit.
What the YouTube wanted it to be, no problem. Who's getting the last laugh now?
This is crazy.
I was living with devils.
She was living with devils. Guess what? Only a devil can live with devils. Only devils can live with devils.
People that don't have God. And I was one of them.
Wow.
Because I believed things outside of myself. I thought I was supposed to come reclaim.
She just told y'all I was one of them people who don't have God. So basically, I was just like them. And y'all think this woman done changed? This woman just put this video out. Just put this video out. And y'all believe this mess? Y'all believe it too, don't y'all?
The heritage, like, guys, I'm just getting started. I'm not even there yet. I'm just getting started.
Y'all believe she ain't doing no witchcraft no more, don't y'all? Don't y'all? Yeah, y'all do.
Total abandonment of self, total abandonment of everything I knew myself to be for shrines, for a spiritual system that's not even helping the African people. So if you ever wonder, like, why is there underdevelopment in some areas? Why is it thinking like this? Why is that Africa needs to get it together? Africa, they need to get united. If you want to know why it hasn't happened yet, I am sharing with you why it has.
And then she insults African spirituality. This is the spirit of seduction. We're gonna have to talk about that. I'm gonna have to explain to y'all what that is for real. And Jezebel spirit, so y'all know it when y'all see it. Because this woman is off her rocker.
It's not happened yet.
Let me pause. I'm gonna move on to a next segment over here. One down to other gods. Always reference the wisdom as she is given, because it's tear down the wall, right? Jesus, husband's kingdom. No, it's not.
You're out of voodoo is real. It's not so much about it being real. If you are in that life, it's very real. Like, you become subject to it. There's a way to not be subject to it. And that's when we get into.
Remember, voodoo is not witchcraft. Voodoo is a spiritual practice that's practiced over mainly in the Benin region, okay? And it's spread, it's different areas in West Africa, but voodoo is a spiritual practice. It is not witchcraft. It is not black magic. There, people can take voodoo and use voodoo to create witchcraft and to create black magic, okay? They can decide, I want to practice voodoo, but I'm going to practice the dark art of voodoo. I'm not going to practice how voodoo was intended to practice. And you better believe that practitioner who's practicing the dark art of voodoo, they're not going to end very well either.
Going back
and that kind of thing. Come High Man Network, I will join my wife and we'll talk about voodoo.
He has a lot to share.
Yeah, because my family and my grandfathers, they are very, I have more of them, they are very spiritualists, and they are popular in our kingdom. And so we need to share in the voodoo in how it's.
Well, see, that's what I don't understand. If they're very spiritual and everybody knows them in his kingdom, then how can he be with her when she was into the dark arts?
And how it's destroyed. It's very, very important. So you come to High Mind Network, that's where my wife is talking about spirituality and different kind of issues. So we would like to share with you guys there, like, about the spirituality, about how it destroys people, about how it helps people. Everything have the bad side and the good side.
Yeah, see, that's what I just said. He's right. Everything has a bad side and a good side. Everything. So you can either go to the bad side, you can go, but she chose to go to the bad side. All right. Which is interesting that she chose to go to the bad side, just like all the other African Americans who do it.
And how you need to deal with the spirituality, and how you need to like hold yourself with that kind of things.
He has a phenomenal story of his own. A phenomenal story of his own, guys. And he was out of that before I was. And it took me.
No, he was into it also. Didn't I tell y'all like attracts like? She said he was out of that before I was. So he was into it also. Because some poor people will get into it because they want money, they want riches, and they want fame. They want what other people have. And they're so desperate that they see that as their out. But there's no way you should ever be with a man who tells you, I used to practice voodoo. You better run. You better run. And you better go home and pray. And if you know how to speak in tongues, you better speak in tongues the whole way home. And you better speak in tongues that night. And when you wake up, you better be speaking in tongues every day, all day. And if you believe in the blood of Jesus, you better plead that all over you. Especially if you've been intimate with this man. They deserve each other. She just said, he was out of it before I was. So they both practiced the dark arts. Wow.
You know, it's good that it all worked out the way that it did because, guys, I was not in a good place. He helped me on out of that. Yeah, it was not good. Can you imagine? He's from here. And he like, Let me tell you what's really going on. That's a blessing. When someone from here can tell you the truth about what's really going on. That is our blessing. And if I can do my part with making sure that you land well wherever you are, I'm gonna do it. People don't like it, that's their problem. What you gonna do about it? I know myself now. I know what I did was wrong. And I've been cleaning it up and working it out. Yeah. And these are like, it's important that we share this with you. I would feel bad for you not knowing these things. You know, are people getting murked because they're just Americans walking around? No. I think that our surroundings maybe be attracting it, you know, like unfortunately.
So she really just wanted to do this video because this is when all the Black people, the American ladies were getting unalived in Gambia, okay? And she wanted some of that hoopla. She wanted some attention behind that. So that's when she goes off and talk about how witchcraft almost killed her, unalived her. So let me show y'all this last video and then we're finished. We're done. This is what happens to witches in Ghana. Okay, witchcraft is a very serious offense in Africa, all over West Africa. People are very serious about witchcraft. Okay, so like I said, just like insulting the king, according to Section 63 of the Ghana Code, that you can't disrespect the prince, you can't insult the prince, you can't degrade the prince. Remember the man in Uganda who went to prison for 6 years for insulting the family, the royal thing? I mean, the presidential family. All right. So witchcraft is also like that. Remember, it said witchcraft and incest. We don't tolerate none of that. So this is where this is her husband's ethnic group, and this is what they do when they label you a witch. This is Ben Man. People like Ben Man aren't sleeping with these witches, but he said he practiced it too. So I'm confused. So let me show you. But she boldly comes on YouTube and says she practiced it and she was training to be the spiritual leader, and she got mad because she could not marry Prince Yoko, and then everybody became scammers and everybody became liars, and it was just everybody became nothing.
Fushani's own personal help.
She didn't have to go to this camp. They didn't kick her out the village. They didn't even kick her out the house. Oh no, Prince Yoko didn't know. Been there and kicked her out the house. She's still in their village.
All began 6 months ago when men surrounded her house one morning. They accused her of killing a neighbor using witchcraft.
You know, someone comes to my aid.
I heard a crowd gather in front of my house. A man started saying, "A woman died." And
these women are often ordered by the village chief to live here in these small huts, sometimes with their children, and there are no laws to ban the practice. 2 NGOs were founded to help these pariahs. Mustafa Isa works for one of them, and it's personal for him. He spent his entire childhood in this camp.
My mother was accused of being a witch. So when I came here and grew up, I realized that my mother was innocent. So almost every woman who is brought here is equally in the same shoes with my mother. So my mother is even normal. But I feel it for women who are accused of witchcraft.
Today, he's visiting the camp's oldest resident. She's been waiting to regain her freedom for 33 years.
So, nah.
Her nephew owed her money. To avoid paying her back, he accused her of witchcraft, and she's desperate to go back home.
There's just too much suffering here. We can't even find food. Look at this boiled root vegetable. We're supposed to make it last until tomorrow. It's too hard. How can life be okay when people keep pushing you away?
Mustafa then asks the woman for some information so that he can later go to her former village and plead her cause. That's also a part of his job, to travel to villages to change people's minds. Accusations of witchcraft are almost always aimed at women. It's a way to remove them from society when they become unwanted, whatever the reason may be.
Oh, that's why they haven't removed her from the society. She's still wanted. She still has something that they want. She still has access to YouTube money. Yeah. That's why they haven't removed her from that society.
Okay,
we're gonna stop there. I just wanted to show y'all that. And I think that was it for tonight. I think that was all the videos, all the receipts. All right. That if this woman is only being given special treatment because she's not Ghanaian. If she was Ghanaian and she's going around doing the stuff she was doing, she'd be in jail or she'd be in the witch camp. There's no way she'd be walking around disrespecting these people, these men, accusing them of DV, and they haven't done anything to her but check her. That's all. That's all. She don't like to be held accountable. When they hold her accountable, she comes on here, and just like I read to you what she did to the lady. Contacted her in the middle of the night, screaming, crying, "I'm being abused by Ben Man. Send me some money, send me some money, send me some money." And then when she calling to check on her, quit calling and checking on me. You just want my coochie. Yeah. When they they don't hear from her. When then they send the embassy over there, she get mad. But she's steady asking them for money, telling them Ben Man is dogging her. Ben Man is abusing her. I read you the receipts. I showed it to you. Go back to the video, stop the video, slow it down, and screenshot it. If you don't believe me. This is the type of woman who, like I said, they will have your sons arrested for something they didn't even do. All because they can't do what they want to do with or to your child. So that's basically what they've done. That's what she's done to Ayoko, and that's what she's doing to Ben Man. Yep, crying the victim of DV, and she knows she's not. She knows she's not. Where's the proof? Even when you go to court, you got to prove domestic violence. You got to prove DV. You can't just go to court with nothing. You can't. You have to have evidence. Because it becomes your word against my word. And whose truth seems more real? But she has no evidence for either. She don't have evidence from Pissa Yoko. She don't have evidence from Ben Man. Like I said, ain't nobody DVing this woman. She DVing herself. She the DVer. She the one doing all this. She the person doing the DV in the household. Okay? What did Oyoko say? She said she was going to unalive him. She'd go to jail for that. And they charge her with DV and aggravated menacing. With that daily diet of sardines, who really, oh, Lord. Oh, you right. Oh, you right. Sardines and onions. Transfer. Y'all crazy. So she gonna get mad at y'all. And she gonna try to say something about me. Yeah, she's real vulgar. That's because she a man. That's a dude, y'all. That's a dude. They both full of BS. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. But she probably did some type of binding spell on him. That's what I think. I think she did some type of binding spell on him. And see how you know binding spells is because they're volatile like that. You know, she probably did one on the prince, and it just blew up. And the prince family had guards all over him. They praying for him. So he got away because she was going to destroy him just like she doing Ben Man, going behind his back telling everybody he DBing her. He DVing her and she need money. She need money. And then when the ladies come and check on her, then, oh, what you calling me for? What you calling me for? So I presented the case to y'all. Oh, uh-oh. When that money runs out, they gonna get her. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. What did they say? They put you there when you don't have no more value. When you don't have nothing they want. Right now, she has everything they want. Money. Ben Man wants and needs money. And she's buying things for the village. She's buying things for his kids. Jasmine, that's probably a Western thing to hug when greeting people. But no, you don't hug people. No, you don't hug people when you meet them. Especially a woman. No, you don't even touch people. You can shake their hand, but I wouldn't even be doing that. I was accused of doing witchcraft in Africa for being loving and hugging people. For real? Apparently being loving is manipulative. As a woman, you get accused of... Okay, so let me tell you why. Because remember when I told you last week that I like to hug people because I like to exchange energy with that person, okay? But my energy is love. Like I'm exchanging love. That's what I call it. I say, come on, let's exchange some love. Let me give you some love and you give me some love. That's what I call it. But if you're an evil person, okay, a manipulative person, you're not going to give love. You're not going to transfer love. You're going to transfer hatred. You're going to transfer insecurity. You're going to transfer anything and everything to tear that person down. And touching and hugging somebody because you're connecting right here where your heart is, and you can just send it right through. That's why they don't like that. What country told you that? That was interesting. Yeah, you better, I wouldn't go back over there. Whoever told you that, you better stay away from them. Because when they said it, they mean it. They don't care what you're saying. You right, Kiki. I had a Haitian brother that had me. Yeah, you better run for the hills, honey. When they tell you that stuff, ooh, you'd be like, oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. Well, let me call you back. Let's get back. I'll get back with you on that. Then you block them. Yep, then you block them. All right, y'all. I'm tired. We've been on here so long. We've been on here almost 4 hours. Ain't no way I'm getting caught up with the comments. They always call the church when they when they reveal who they are. Yeah. But you got to pay the devils. You owe them devils that you communed with. You owe them. You can't just walk away from them like that. You can't. That's why everything, y'all know I don't talk about ES. I could care less about ES. I think ES is just comedy. I don't take her serious at all. But she obviously was doing something very serious that they wanted the attention brought to. Because I was not ever planning on talking about her. Remember, I was going to kick her out this study. I was not going to research her at all. But you all said, no, Kiki, she's a granny too. And that's when I started researching her. And that's when all this became revealed. That not only is she a passport granny, she's a queen of the passport granny who used DV to scam her subscribers to get money, in my personal opinion. From what I've seen, from these YouTube videos, from these text messages, how she solicits these women for money. She calls these women for money. Get me a plane ticket. You asked a man to do that for you. You don't be asking a woman to do that for you. But see, she's the man. She's clearly the man in the relationship, and she's playing all these women. Right, all the mixed up religious practices she dabbled in is black. Yeah, it's all backfire. Exactly, and that's it. Everything she dabbled in is backfire. Just like Anja Africa, everything she dabbled in backfired. I have to get ready for my graveyard shift. Good night, Kiki. Okay, good night. Thank you, Sojourner Truth. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for watching and staying with us. But yeah, I got to get up in the morning. Love Triangle that went out with a friend. Remember, can you believe that? And who's supposed to believe that? And remember, y'all, she clearly told y'all, she put a spell on all y'all. Anybody who had a desire to connect to Africa, the spell was to take all their money, to get everything you can from them. And she was a part of it. And what did she say? She brought hundreds of women to Africa, knowing this spell was in full effect. I told y'all I felt like it was a spell because it wasn't making sense. People were doing stupid stuff. When people start moving stupidly and it doesn't make logical sense, there's usually some spiritual practices afoot. She gives me Pisces vibe, not evil-minded, just a bit lost. Oh, that was nice. All right, y'all, I'm tired. I'm about to go. All right, y'all, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you, Jam Jars. And please hit the like button, y'all, because we want to warn women. This Eat, Love, Migrate, DIY Farms, House and Farm lady, this lady is not someone that you want to follow, in my humble opinion. You do not want to follow these people. You don't want to move like her. You don't want to act like her. This lady is in so much trouble. The only reason she's not in jail in Ghana for disrespecting the royal family and the prince is because, I believe, because she's an American. The only reason she's not in a witch farm, because she's a self-proclaimed witch in Ghana, is because she's an American. But if she was a Ghanaian lady, y'all think this would be allowed to happen? She's accused these two men of DV in public. Then, man, she didn't want that to come out. Because, see, she never told us about that. Even on her live, she didn't tell us about that. But she's writing these ladies, telling them, calling these ladies, telling them that he's abusing her. We can't trust her. We don't even know what's the truth about her sexuality. If someone is not honest with themselves about their sexuality, people, you can't trust them at all. You can't trust them at all. All right, y'all. We need to get off of here. We've been on here for quite some time. Now we're going to get back to the passport granny. So we're done with this ES chick, unless there's something else that comes up that I need to talk to y'all about. But we've established that ES is the queen of the grannies. So what we're going to do is take her behavior okay, and compare it to Kinzababe and Vanzetta, okay, to see if we see the same behavior mimicked. Because I'm telling you, I can already tell you, yes, you are going to see that. You are going to see the exact same behavior mimicked. Okay, but we're going to look at it and see. Okay, I could be wrong, just like I was totally wrong about ES. ES not only was a passport granny, she was the queen. She was sending out the message. Like she said, I brought hundreds of grannies, passport grannies, to Ghana, to Africa. All right, y'all, I am done. I will see y'all Saturday when we talk some more about our series about the passport grannies in Ghana. They done went to Ghana and lost their everlasting mind. Now they